I gotta sleep.
Welcome to the club,
Gotcha.
Josh. I always have to get up at 5:20 the days after D&D. It's always
Yeah,
the
I'm
day.
gonna go work out with a
Ooh.
couple of guys tomorrow, and they work out
Ew.
awful early. Like,
No, that is awful. You're right. That's disgusting, actually.
yeah.
Anyway, that's Liz.
You're fine. Okay, so last session, you guys all finished up your downtimes doing your respective activities, mainly discovering that someone's been trying to insert themselves into your guys' lives to an extent. What their intentions are, you don't know. They have had a room key to your to the inn. Carhale ended up getting you guys to move over to the herbalist shop just for the night. In the morning, you guys also met Echo, who had informed you of his decision to vouch for you. You don't really know why he is, but he is. And following morning, after you guys are sleeping in the herbalist shop, you guys will meet up at the J Hiab training grounds and be tested of your abilities, on your abilities for this caravan, the Alar Adi caravan. As you guys are continuing on your way, Nemo, you actually were approached by Atoll, who ended up asking you about why she had abilities that she shouldn't have, an ability she shouldn't have, and you didn't know why. You were also asked by Mirok to deliver a message between Garatul and another person. You come to find that it wasn't Garatul you were delivering the message for. It was for a young handmaiden below her, and that handmaiden being a part of the Ethereal, the mage underground society that's been working in Tal. Beyond that, multiple other items. I didn't end up writing a summary this week, unfortunately, but those were the main hits from what I recall. Anything else you guys want to bring up to remind everyone else of, I suppose, that you want to
And Carhale's been
mention?
waiting around.
Yeah, Gerhale's been like flirting with all the dudes.
True. And Jaskier invited you to a festival coming up, the Jenda Festival, where the lines between realms are blurred and connections within this realm are made.
There's going to be a conversation about that.
Oh, yeah. And so we start this morning sleeping within the herbalist shop, waking up. Jaskier had given you guys space within the main room to sleep in their in their housing quarters in the back of the shop. And as you guys wake up,
He's not there.
I walk out of Jaskier's room.
I will say, Carhale, when you wake up, you do notice a figure standing over you, kind of like a little bit blurred, a bit. And as your eyes clear, it's actually Atoll who's just kind of crouching over you, and looking down on you with kind of a unreadable expression on her face. And as she notices that you're awake, she kind of backs off a little bit, sits back on her haunches, and is, hey, Carhale, morning.
What you doing?
Nothing. Never mind. And she kind of gets up and brushes her hands. Like, there's nothing on her hands, but she brushes them off on her trousers. And it gets up to leave the room, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so she disappears into the next room.
Just a quick look around. There is not another Atoll sitting there sleeping, right?
Where she had gone to sleep the night before, there is no one there now.
Okay. Just thought I'd check.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all of that. I'm gonna go downstairs and make myself a dang cup of tea. 'Cause that's how I
Downstairs,
roll.
you see Lilac already making herself a kettle, or filling up the kettle and putting it to heat. Lilac is the daughter of, or the younger sister of Jaskier.
I thought you said her name was Lily.
Her name, they call her Lily. Her name's Lilac. It's a
Checks
nickname.
out. Checks out. My brain's running a little slow.
No worries.
I was like,
Nemo.
Jaskier's a daughter? That's awkward.
Nemo, when you wake up, you are greeted to the sight of a flower, a nicer one than you had left behind for Lily the day previous. It looks to be
I slept in the tavern, but by the way, I didn't sleep with them.
Oh, you didn't go with
you
them?
didn't?
No, I slept in my room. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
Gotcha.
I don't know if that was. We didn't really go
Your
to bed
funeral,
last night,
man.
so.
That's true. That's true. What's it called? You slept in there. Oh, and on that note, okay, so we'll come to that in a second then. So Kanari and Korhali, you guys are together with the toll there. Echo is still back at the tavern, and Nemo back at the tavern. As you guys wake up, Lily, there is no flower at your bedside, Nemo. But everything seems quiet. No trouble afoot necessarily. As you kind of get yourself ready to get going and everything early morning and whatnot, you open the door and you do have a Midok leaning against the corridor walls kind of thing, waiting outside of your room. And he kind of like opens his arms in a presentation kind of way. And I didn't sneak into your room in the middle of the night this time.
No, you're just creeping on me this early in the morning.
It is quite early. Seems like you're planning on going somewhere, so I wanted to be in and out before you left. Did you deliver the message?
That's right. Yeah, I'm so confused, but yeah, everything's. Yep.
Good. Then I won't be bothered later. 100 gold, did you want it or not? Because I'm leaving and I'm ditching town.
Does it work in other towns, or is it just this one?
It'll work in whatever town people recognize the symbol on it. And he pulls out a little medallion, and you see two letters in a two symbols on it. It seems to be in a language you don't know, but he says this is in reference to Celeste Venera. And anyone who knows that name, that priest's name, will be assuaged of any suspicion. If they don't know the name, then they might ask you more questions, and they might seek out other ways of getting someone to vouch for you. But if people know the name, it's a pretty important one, and they might fall for it.
Okay.
Celeste Venera is the name of the priestess that had visited you in prison previously.
Okay. Yeah, whatever. Can you just leave? I guess. Sure. Here's your 100 gold.
Much obliged. And he pockets it, hands you the little medallion that's on a bronze chain, and he disappears down the hall. No words. His staff is still jingling, and his robe swishing as he goes.
Okay.
Just hear that sleigh bells.
I would say, Echo, you would have woken up around this time as well. And you're still in this tavern sleeping here, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Would you have left earlier or later or anything?
I would have written something, and I will send that to you. What I will have written, and then probably left to meet them at the grounds, and then probably will leave like as soon as they get started on their tests for another thing.
Okay. So Nemo, you know that you're supposed to meet up with everyone at these training grounds. Kanari, Karhala, you guys also know. You guys can get directions easily enough. Do you guys head there right away? You were supposed to meet there basically first light.
After I get everything packed up from my room, I'm gonna recheck their room again.
Their room is presently locked, as
locked?
Karhale would have turned in the key and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just head back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. You mean after meditating and crap, gone straight there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
After I make my tea.
After she gets her morning blood pumped in.
Jaskier is not there this morning. Only Lilac. As you woke up very early and whatnot for this meeting, but he is not present.
Well, then I guess we'll have this conversation later. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll head out.
As you guys are walking out, Lilac does kind of call out to you guys. Are you guys leaving now? I didn't know you guys were leaving so early.
Oh, well, define leaving. We will be back later today. We have a job to do today, but I don't think we're not leaving.
As long as you're coming back. Jaskier just wanted to make sure that he could say goodbye before you guys left. Good luck on whatever it is you guys are doing. And she disappears into a back room. Atoll is back with you guys. And she's actually going to... by the way, guys, I'm not going to go for this testing thing. I don't want to be hired by them because it could be bad for me, possibly. I don't know who they are or if they work for the military or if maybe some of those mercenaries have connections or whatnot. It's just not the best idea for me.
So how are you gonna come along with us then? Just
I was planning to pay because you can pay to cross with them. It's like it's probably going to be something around 70 gold, maybe. If they're really nice caravan, maybe more than that. But I made some money with you guys before, so I was planning to use it on that.
Don't worry. You'll get your cut.
Cool. I don't want all of it. I wouldn't know what to do with all that, but just enough to pay my way across, I think.
You don't need to worry. You will have anything you need to get from here to home.
Guys, are we going to have a community fund or are we all going to have our own?
I don't care. I personally don't care.
Past woes.
What was?
It's the struggle between Kanari and Isabel.
Kanari doesn't care about money.
I mean,
Isabel does.
Just enough to where she can get what she needs or a cool thing once in a while. But no, she doesn't like. It's not. But Isabel's like.
But cool stuff.
But cool stuff.
Karhale, what is the split for all of us, by the way? Just so I have record of.
I currently have a tab of, I wrote the total and then what has currently been spent and who spent it. We have 3,500 right now. I spent 300. You spent 200. Kanari spent nothing.
Wait, I thought we got I thought we got 4,000 total.
We did.
Yeah. She's saying that
left.
There's
500 spent.
Left. I see.
If you want, I can give you 100 gold more.
I just want, as soon as we can, I want to buy a cool weapon or something. So whenever I get the chance, that's when I'll pay for my money.
What was the other 100 gold that I spent on?
I gave you 200 at your request. I just gave you 200.
I haven't spent that. That's just, I have that in my possession.
Yeah, I assumed you needed it for the medallion. So I assumed 100 of it was for that.
Yeah, I was just, all right, thank you. That clarifies things.
Okay, so you guys, Oh, so Atoll tells you that. And before you guys leave, she's actually going to pull on your hand, Carhale. Like, hey, can you, like, weird request, but can you come with me just a second? And so she kind of pulls you into the other room, and then she turns around to you kind of like fiddling with the hem of her shirt kind of thing. And then she's like, can you just look at my back and tell me if there's like anything weird on my back? I don't know. And so she turns around and she pulls up like the back of her shirt to show you just like the bare expanse of her back or whatever. And so she's very pale, and there's a lot of scars across her back, different kinds of weapons you see. Some of them made by a whip, some of them made by weapons, slashing and whatnot, but a bunch of scars. And as you look at it, you do see small symbols across her, like the back of her shoulders, and it kind of just almost like a script across, but you don't know what it says.
Have you shown this to anyone else?
No, I don't know how. And she pulls it down. She's like, "Is there something there?" Like,
it looks like words, but I can't read them.
Acne's a totally normal part of this time of your life, okay? Adolescence and everything is
growing up.
It's confusing. This time, your body's changing.
Nemo wanted to see if I had something on me. I think he wanted me to take my shirt off before, but it was really weird, so I said no.
That's a good instinct. Good instincts there.
Thanks.
But I don't know. Do I know what it is?
I roll a.
I wouldn't know what it is.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know.
I should
but
roll
it does
something
seem
at
to be some
disadvantage.
some script. I would say don't even roll. You don't know what this is.
I can't even roll for it. I don't know.
I will say roll a insight check though.
Okay. +0 to my 11.
You said 11?
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't strike you in any which way. It just looks like script.
It looks like a kind of scripty writing. I don't really know. Did you get that tattooed?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Okay,
that's concerning.
Like,
so you did not show Nemo this.
So, explanation, and she goes on from there to explain to you that she can heal things to an extent, but it only works once a day.
And you never pulled this out once?
I didn't know.
Times we almost died
until 2 days ago.
Oh,
I don't know.
Well, that's fine,
I'm pretty sure Nemo did this to me somehow. I don't know how he did it, but I'm pretty sure he's like infecting me with his.
With this.
I think you overestimate Nemo on a lot of points.
Maybe. I don't know.
If he was some powerful sorcerer, I think we would know.
But I don't know. I'm thinking about it, and it's like I feel like everything kind of changed for me after the high storm, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know. But it was only 2 days ago that I figured out that I could do this. So I'm not sure if I could do it even back then, but I was kind of out of it for a while.
Well,
maybe that guy who like kidnapped me and tried to kill me did this to me. I don't know.
I don't really know why he would go and put all that effort. I know magic stuff is hard. I don't know why he would go through all of that effort when he was planning on killing you. That just doesn't make any sense. Have you considered that? I don't know really how Taylor works at all, but maybe he gifted it to you.
Why?
Why not? The gods don't make sense. Most of the time, the gods don't make sense anyway, so why would they start making sense now?
That's a good point.
I have a lot of those.
Thanks. Thanks anyway.
I
Good luck
would
on your. Yeah.
maybe have Nemo take a look at that, just in case. But I seriously
Okay.
doubt. Nemo has no motive nor the skill to do something like that. People just can't give people magic abilities.
How do you know?
It's not how it's worked in my experience so far. Believe me, prove me wrong. I would love to see it. I would love to be proved wrong, honestly. But so far,
I'll talk to him then. I don't know.
so far what I've seen, magic comes from nature, from within yourself, or from the gods. So it's one of those three. Unless you come up with some cool new alternative that I would love to hear about.
I'll let you know when I figure it out.
But hey, healing, it's not something to be scared of.
Well, I guess it depends on who you are. But thanks. I don't feel as about it anymore. But
Well, I'm glad I could
Thanks.
help. And we can start walking out.
good luck. And she's gonna hang
oh.
back.
Oh, okay.
Whatever she does during the day. So on.
I'll have gotten there at this point, right?
Yeah, I would say you guys are all going to be arriving about around the same time. You guys see Echo already there, leaning at the front gate. So it's basically you guys are walking up to what looks to be a compound, but off to the side of the compound where there is a high wall made out of brick, but like tan brick, making a large encircling, and you can't see beyond it. The wall itself is about 10 feet high.
Is it gonna be a fight? Oh, please let it be.
And
a
you
fight.
see Echo leaning against the front gate.
Wait, do we see Echo or Stonks?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Stonks for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you would not see Echo.
Okay, just
You probably won't see
Curious.
Echo again for a while.
Okay.
good to know.
Does Stonk smell different than Echo?
I mean, I don't think so.
Because I'm just wondering, like, she's hearing your voice change, but you smell the exact same. Like, is she gonna be like?
Well, I pointed it out. The first conversation we had with Stonks, I said,
right.
we literally just met you the other day in the warehouse, going by a different name, wearing a different outfit, speaking with a different accent.
Was Kanari there?
Yeah, you were there.
Kanari was there.
Dang. Okay. I was gonna say she may just assume that like Echo and Stonks are like sleeping together, you know. Anyway, we walk up.
To Stonks and wait for. We don't know what we're doing. We're here.
Are you
Sorry.
saying that, or
because
he would just kind of let you stew in the awkwardness of the situation?
So
So
where do we go?
I'm just like sitting down, leaning my head back against a tree. Don't know if I'm asleep or not yet.
Nemo, up and at 'em.
We're not starting yet.
Stonks just
Adam?
kind of like, gestures back with his head, kind of gives a look toward the place where they'd probably be, or at least in the general direction.
Yeah, you're at the front gate itself, which is open. The metal bars of the gate itself are open inward. You guys can walk in whenever you guys feel like it. But on the inside, you guys do see a group of different mercenaries, a large group of individuals, perhaps about 30 or so, standing at a sort of attention. Some of them are sitting, some of them are crouching, some of them are standing at attention. All of them all of them kind of facing a individual that Echo you recognize as Navarre, and the rest of you guys don't recognize except for Nemo, who does recognize this woman as the lady who had been following the small veiled girl Lucia into your prison when you were visited back before. And this woman, she's got braids going down the back of her head, pulled together with what looks to be a smaller rope. She's darker skin, more tan than dark, but she's got bright. She's got brown eyes, so brown, so dark that they're almost black, and a pursed lips on a very strong jaw and face. Feminine and yet more masculine than feminine. And she's standing kind of with her arms crossed, watching you guys with, as you guys enter, with a steady glare a bit. Is this them, Echo? Or, sorry, Stonks? Is that the name you would have given her?
Stonks. Yes, it is.
Is that them, Stonks?
Aye. They're a bit green, but I think they'll do.
Then give me your attention for a moment. All of you, and she directs her voice across the group that's already standing there, some of them watching you guys with curiosity, some of them with their own level of angry gazes or uncaring gazes. The majority of the group looks at you guys impassively, though. And she continues, give me your attention. All of you are here because either last night you impressed me, or you've impressed someone else who I trust, or whose judgment I trust. All of you are not to be tested here of your capability. I do trust, and she nods at Stonks. She nods at a couple of, a few select other men. You recognize them as the different captains of the squads that she has. I do trust their judgment, so your capabilities are not in question. Today it is more to see which of you work the best together and who I can trust the most with. And she under captains up here. And so she motions at you, Stonks. She motions at the other guys.
Could I look? Are there any of those individuals or in the crowd, anyone who has any regalia that would make them priestly or medallions or anything like that?
So at her back, now that the under captains are joining her at her right side, on her left, kind of a little bit behind her, flanking her, you do see lined up. She's not in a military uniform, and none of the mercenaries in front of her are either. But behind her, you do see a bunch of about 8 different military uniform wearing men and women. 2 of them at the end of the line of 8. 2 of those have little pins on their shirts that have the symbol of Taylor sitting on their lapels. but they're in a military uniform that looks similar to the rest of the men and women at her back.
Did
Were
Nemo
you asking more for the
ever?
mercenaries? Sorry.
Did Nemo ever get his like more common clothes, or is he just in his full super
I believe
extra?
I told you to mark it off, Nemo. Did you mark off the I believe 5 silver for just a set of common clothes?
I'm assuming so. I've erased something, so if that's what it was for, then sure.
We'll go with it. It's cheap enough. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we did that last session.
Yeah, I know we talked about it, but I wasn't sure if it actually happened because I figured it wouldn't.
Mhm.
We wouldn't bother to put that on.
It was
the
simple
stream.
enough to buy. So Nemo has his commoner clothes on.
Black.
My goodness. So Navarre has the undercaptains at her side at this point. Stonk's up there next to her. And she turns to them. And this, I would like to see the capability of the different people that you guys have collected. If your vouching was worthy of your vouching. And so she kind of motions at the training grounds at large, and you guys see that there's a lot of targets and different kinds of obstacles, different tools that they had been using for training pushed off to the side. So you guys basically have a big clear ground. She also kind of nods at the two at the end of the line of 8. Those two soldiers, a woman and a man. Both of them nod at her and then run off to separate corners of the training grounds itself. And she goes, I'm intending to find out how well you work together under the undercaptain who's chosen you. So, Stonks, and she goes off to list the rest of the undercaptains. Grab your people, and each of you will be issued a citizen. And she says it kind of with a tweak of a smirk. And you guys see the other undercaptains kind of going around picking out basically a group of 4 from the different mercenaries around. What's it called? You guys are 3. Echo, you will be choosing a 4th individual to join you guys. Would you be choosing, or what kind of person would you be looking for to choose for this? Someone you worked with previously, or someone you might know vaguely you could look and see, or just try to surmise who's the best or something?
Basically, someone, and just kind of like, could I maybe do like an insight check or something for, I want someone who is going to just find their place and stick to it.
What do you mean by that?
Like within the group, like I want somebody who's going to obey orders. So like some probably not kind of person, a little more subdued. I want somebody subdued that appears that they could do something, like it
capable, subdued,
follow orders, and then also that they would be able to meld with the others that I've got, because we're lacking on that. Like gotcha. That's just, I haven't been with these for a full day, but I can tell that they need glue.
So part of the reason why your whole group is made out of these vouched for is because your group had been the one that was basically completely wiped out beforehand. The couple that had been left in your squad before.
Do we want to be under this guy?
Put into a different squad at this point. But all the mercenaries you see in front of you are new to you to an extent. Some of them you might recognize a bit from the places that you've been hanging in town. But go ahead and roll me a insight check for the things that you're looking for.
Ooh, not great. But I do not remember my insight. That is 13.
13. So you're looking around And as you're summing up each individual, as you're looking at them, scrutinizing them, trying to ascertain whether any of these people have the qualities that you're looking for, you do land on a younger man who's got a military cut. He's, by younger, I mean he's in his late 30s or so, still a good bit older than you. And he locks eyes with you, keeps a steady gaze, doesn't seem to have he hadn't been laughing so far or like messing around. He was one of the people standing at attention while she was talking. And he looks muscled, relatively capable. Seemingly, most of the things that you were looking for, give or take, being that you haven't seen him in action, so it would be hard to tell at this point.
Sure.
But you do see this man, and you decide that he is probably your best choice to add to this group. He has not been approached yet, and you can approach him if you'd like.
You with the hair.
There's a somewhat of a smirk, but he just nods and walks over to you and stands at your side. He turns to you, doesn't hold out a hand or anything, but he goes, "Name's Dahab."
Dahab? All right. And I kind of gesture for the other three.
Carhale.
Okay.
Names, please.
Kanari.
Dahab.
Dahab, Kanari.
Nemo.
Nemo.
She already said her name earlier.
Right. Carhale. All right. You've probably noticed I'm the one picking the most. That's because we lost a lot of good men under my supervision. Those men couldn't take orders. They couldn't work together. Can you all work together? That's a trick question. I know you can't. It's time you learn. If you want the job, work together. Are we clear? That goes for you too, Dahab.
Clear as a bell.
Kanari gives a slight little bow.
I know you don't know me, but here I'm under captain. That means you follow what I say. You ready to test?
Let's do
Yeah,
this.
let's get this over with.
My words are ready.
You see Navarre, who's been kind of pushing the under captains to get moving herself over. She turns to you, nods with approval, and she actually starts tapping the shoulders of the military guys behind her and sends one in your guys' direction. This is a young female. She's got her hair tied back in a little bun. She is blonde, blonde with light skin, blue eyes. She looks a little bit green, but she comes over with like bright, like, okay, ready. So you guys know what's happening, and she's kind of cut off as Navarre goes, so this is your citizen, and you protect them. Each team will be against one another. And she turns to the rest of them, kind of angling herself toward everyone who's collected into their little groups at this point, each one of them with a different military person alongside them. She goes, the last person standing with their citizen untouched, or relatively so, will be the winner of this little test. Whoever does win this will get to choose their place in the caravan. Pick the safest place, or maybe the most fun. Up to you. But it's your choice, under captain, if your team wins. Beyond that, I am still checking to see your abilities, and if anyone falls behind, well, let's just say I won't have space for you in my crew. Good luck. Oh, And one more thing. And she nods at so the two soldiers that had run off previously earlier on, they're standing at the far ends of the grounds. The grounds themselves are about maybe 200, 300 feet across. They're pretty far away, but she kind of waves them down. And then you guys see everything. So the walls that are surrounding you guys making somewhat of an oval for this training grounds. Longer lengthwise, mainly so that they can have targets set up for like archery practice and whatnot. But as she waves her hand at them, you guys see from the walls going up, just darkness start rising in almost this like dome like encasement over you guys, casting all of you guys in darkness that is reminiscent of a night barely lit by stars. And she goes, "We'll be traveling mostly in the dark. It gets hot out there during the day. So this test will be best." And you guys, as the dark is continually rising and closing over you guys and your light is dwindling, she lowers a pair of goggles over her own face. And she goes, "I'll still be watching, though," and backs off to the side as the different undercaptains are all kind of gearing up. You guys have your weapons on you. All of you guys have the military girl behind you. She steps back. She's like, "I'm Kari, by the way," as she steps behind you guys. And
It's mine and Kanari's ship name.
Right. Who needs light?
Definitely here.
Do
Light.
they not have
I'm
light?
striking a hooded lantern.
Okay. Hooded lantern. That gives you how much? How many feet of sight, I suppose?
All right, so it casts bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet.
I have one of those as well. I guess I can light mine up.
Actually, I would give it to Nemo because I need both hands
So
for smashing things.
this test is going to be a skill challenge for you guys, since you guys are going to be within Echo's lit surroundings. You guys will not have disadvantage on anything that takes sight, as long as it's sight that you need within that 30 feet and within that 60 feet, except for the dim lighting part. But yes, so this skill challenge, you guys are all kind of gearing up around you, and you guys start hearing the sounds of skirmishes beyond the light that you guys are at. But you guys do see some of the groups within, still within distance of you. What's it called? You guys will have to pass. You guys will have to get 4 successes to pass this test, to pass it well, to win, in essence. Sorry, not 4. Let me look at my thing. It's 5. And if you guys fail 3 times, you guys will not succeed in this test. And depending on how badly you guys fail and what goes down, one of you guys might be dropped off, and you might have to pay your way across rather than work your way across. So keep that in mind. But yes, so all of you guys together with Dayhab, you guys will be telling me which skills you guys want to use to try to help your team win, in essence. And after you use each skill, you guys cannot use that skill an additional time. Yes.
What exactly are we trying to do?
So you're trying to protect your citizen,
Uh-huh.
and then trying to attack the other groups and basically kill their citizen. You guys do know that there are medics on hand, or the magical people, the magical military guards. Those would also be medics with healing abilities and whatnot. So you guys wouldn't have to pull punches, in essence.
Okay.
But yeah, so the idea would be to break through other groups' little protection circles, kill their citizen first, before someone else kills yours, kind of thing. Whoever's left standing with their citizen alive gets to win. I feel the most bad for the chosen for the citizen. Yeah.
I would just kind of very quickly say, point to Nemo, you can't use magic, but you can, forget you for now. You point to Kanari, say, you don't need to see, use that. Point to Karhale. You're strong?
I just have one question.
Yeah.
How hard can I hit them?
As hard as you want. Stay within the light. Protect our ward.
Am I protecting? Am I defense or offense?
For now,
Where do you want me?
defense. Stay within the light. You need the light.
I will have the little child behind me, and I will protect her with my life.
She's
Nari
like 20.
Okay.
She's a little
And you.
child.
She is small though.
I said, and you point to
Yeah.
the bar.
The hob.
The hob. Haha. Point to the hob. Stick with this one and make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
Define stupid.
Something that's going to make us lose.
Okay. And he pulls out his own sword, basically a short sword, as well as he has something else on his back that he's not pulling out presently, but it looks to be some sort of axe.
I'll whisper to him also. Try to keep him close to the light. Don't let him go too far. You stay to defend.
He nods, and you guys are in. Who will be going first?
Kanari definitely gave Echo a look of like, what else am I gonna do? Like you're blind, use it. Like that's my anyway yeah, like a okay. Anyway.
It was definitely like a go out and attack sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So at this point, a lot of the groups have receded from your guys' light source, and you see other light sources kind of light up at different distances across the yard. People are kind of
this is more. Oh, it's not just a 1v1. It's like a 1v all.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
It's
like a team. It's like a team edition of Hunger Games.
So it's yeah, I was about to say.
I'm king of the
some of
rock.
the lights that you guys see going up,
you ladies can do about it.
Some of the torches you guys see have singular individuals rather than a group of 5. Some of them have the group of 5 within their light sources. Like some of them seem to be doing different kinds of things for this. But yes, so who will be going first to try to get your team to win?
I have a thing, but for when someone approaches. So I'd have to wait for that. So
okay, well, this wouldn't be necessarily a combat thing. So like different combat things, you guys can kind of just describe as we go with it, and then choose your skill that you're doing.
I have an actual skill in mind, but it won't work unless people are nearby.
Well, Kanari is just gonna go to a little ways out from the group. She doesn't know where the edge of the light is, but like wherever, like roughly, like a little bit away, and just try to see if she can tell anyone's like kind of scope the perimeter and tell if anyone's coming from anywhere towards them.
Okay, so give me a perception check based on your smell and sound, listening, trying to find out where the different groups are in relation to yours.
Okay.
So you guys see Kanari step out of the light and into the darkness as she extends her senses to the beyond.
23.
23. Okay, really good. So as you extend your senses, you do notice all of the groups where everyone's at. You notice that 2 of the groups have split off. They have their citizen at a distance from them with someone. Well, actually, sorry. Some of them are spread out, and some of them, 2 groups are spread out, and 3 of the groups are staying together. One of those groups, the ones that are staying together, are near to your group and are actually coming up behind you guys in the dark, trying to flank you guys actually at the moment. So you come back to your group with that knowledge and you share that. So your group is now aware of that and are not surprised by this attack that ends up descending upon you guys immediately. Kanari, you and Karhale, I assume, jump to the front of the fray. And Nemo.
I'll be back.
Sure thing.
I just gotta let him out.
Oh.
Cats, who knew they would be so needy?
Probably, if he's letting it out, it's probably the dog, because most cats...
I didn't he say it was just cats? I thought it was just cats.
It's a dog.
No, it's a dog.
There's
2 cats and a dog. He sent pictures.
Yeah.
It's very cute. Very cute dog. 10 out of 10. Cute dog.
I did not see this dog.
Anyway, yeah. Oh, careful, don't die. But yeah, Kanari just comes back. She's like, approaching from behind. So,
Do with that what you will.
Doing basically.
Dehab kind of nods at you with a questioning glance too, as he kind of moves in the direction that you had guided, and you guys fend off the attack that comes out very quickly and very hard, actually, coming from the back. But you rolled high enough to completely mitigate their threat to you guys, and you guys survive this initial round. None of you guys get hurt, and they recede, taking damage from you guys. So next in that, Karhale, how are you helping this group?
Well, I was hoping to use either strength or intimidation because those are my strong suits. So if I kind of had two ideas, if you could tell me which one would work. One would involve me like using my strength and kind of manhandling our citizen and keeping her away from danger. And because she's like nothing. She's teensy. I'll keep her under one arm and then have my warhammer in the other.
Cool. Okay, so roll to manhandle.
I will, however, apologize. I'm very sorry for this.
Okay, ow! That's my arm.
This is slightly demeaning, and I apologize profusely. Okay. Math 19.
19. Okay, yeah. So you get your hand on just like her upper arm and everything, and so when they had attacked you guys and everything.
Oh no, I meant like literally pick her up. I was literally picking her up.
Got you. Picking her up and like battling with one arm as you're holding on to her with the other and everything. And she's just kind of there, sack of potatoes in your arms, like a little bit of like struggling at first, but then she's like, okay, I'm not really the point of this thing. They could do what they want, I guess. Annoyance, but she like settles down and lets you kind of move around with her. That doesn't change that much.
It makes me feel better.
She doesn't kick around or anything is the thing, and it's easy enough to get her out of danger whenever that descends upon you guys. So you guys have another group that's come up into the fray right after the other group receded, and trying to use your guys' distraction, fighting with them, coming up behind you guys. But even though one of their ranks slipped through your guys's, you move her out of the way in time that she doesn't take any hits whatsoever. And continuing on, Echo, how are you going to be helping this group?
I'm going to run outside of our light.
Okay.
And basically like try and stealth into another like close light source and kill their person.
Okay. You guys see Echo disappear behind you guys. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
As he goes off to try to cut down some of your guys' foes in the
dark. Question.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another one that it's a combat ability, so I don't know how it would translate into this, if it would.
I would say not surprised, mainly because they know that they're like all on
right.
Like.
Yeah, no. It says you have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet.
I would say no, it won't apply because everyone's been fighting amongst themselves.
Okay, I kind of figured as much. I just, take what I can.
Yeah.
22.
You always know if you don't ask.
It's true. What was it again?
22.
22? Very nice. So you guys go forward, start so as you guys are fighting off the next round of individuals that are attacking you, you guys see Echo disappear, like filtering into the darkness. You left your hooded lantern, I assume, with someone.
Yeah.
But yes. So as you guys continue fighting, you guys hear the sounds of surprised grunts and shouts as people are disappearing and falling to the ground one by one in different groups. And Echo slips back into your guys' fold, seeing that your citizen is not damaged whatsoever. They've held their own while you disappeared for the time that you were gone, well enough. And you guys are well on your way to winning. Next in the lineup, Nemo. What are you going to do to try to get your team a win?
What are the ground and wall materials?
Made out of earth, different kinds of earth. So sandstone, basically, and sand itself at the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the wall. How close are we to the wall?
You guys can drift toward the wall.
I'm gonna just literally mold out a crevice and put our little person in there.
Mold
seal
out
it
a
up.
crevice
Like
and
like a good
person
15 foot,
inside.
a good 15 in whatever.
Okay, roll
There's
me a Arcana check.
Wait, what is he?
Oh well, actually,
Natural 20.
go ahead. Oh, okay. So cool. So you use your magical abilities to, and you had that spell prepared, correct?
It's a
Cantrip?
0 cantrip. Thank you.
Gotcha. So you do mold out a little bit of a hiding place that, and Karhale, you're directed toward this a spot that ends up opening into the wall behind you guys for your citizen. And as she's placed in there and protected by all of you guys at the front, it's easier for all of you guys to defend, mainly because there's no one who's going to be coming up from behind. And as you guys are fighting off different groups that are coming at you guys from both sides and whatnot, none of them can even get close to your individual that you guys are trying to protect at this moment. Very nice, Nemo. And natural 20 counts as 2 successes. So as you guys continue fighting off the different individuals that are coming at you guys, they dwindle even more and more until finally the last person hits the floor, and the lights end up flooding back into the training grounds themselves. All of a sudden, making all of you guys squint in pain as the bright light hits you when you're unprepared, except for Kanari. And all of you guys blinking back to adjust to what's going on around you, and you guys see like just the field of littered bodies, people unconscious and whatnot around you, as you see the 2 magical personnel running up from the sides and attending to each individual one by one as people start sitting up and working out their injuries, the kinks or whatever. And you see Navarre come up to you guys, who are the last group standing, and none of you guys injured or hurt whatsoever. And
We're awesome.
Looking at you guys with definite surprise as well as approval to you, Echo. She goes, "Stonks, it's a good crew you found. Surprising they don't look like much."
Stonks knows what's
You don't
stonk.
look like anything, so
You're all we head out tonight.
Oh,
At sunset. You're all going to need a horse and provisions for at least a 3-week journey. If you guys make your way to the military provisionist, they'll require the coin, which what's it called? So basically communicating to you guys that you guys are going to have to pay for your own horse, pay for your own food and whatnot as you guys travel, and water, different water skins that you guys are going to have to collect. All of that together, unless you already have a horse, unless you already have enough provisions for the travel or whatever, you're going to need to pay about 75 gold in all for all of these things.
For all of us or individually?
No.
All of you individually. And what's it called? Echo will have already paid for the horse itself, provision wise, you're just going to need about, let's see, you're just going to need about 17 gold for the rations and the 15 gold for the rations. I would say you already have water skins. But everyone else is going to be 75 gold per person.
All right.
But yeah, so go ahead and mark that off for each of you guys. But you guys will be able to collect that from the provisions, the military provisionist, and from there, you guys have until sunset to leave. She gives you, Stonks, a list of how the caravan's going to be set up, which I'll explain in a second. Sorry, go ahead, Konari.
Oh, I was gonna ask, did we have any indication how much we're being paid for this, or did they even
1,000 gold?
What?
1,000 gold. It was written on the bulletin board thing from before. 1,000 gold per person.
Okay.
That
makes the 75 seem a little less.
Yeah. When you guys arrive at the end of your trip, that's when you'll be paid. So you're not being paid beforehand.
They don't have to.
If you die, they
people who die.
What'd you say, Liz?
Pretty much Carhala, yep.
No, yeah, exactly.
No.
Echo, so the way that caravan's going to be set up is you're going to have, in the back, it'll be Shivek. Next in the lineup will be Lucia and any other paying individuals. That'll be the traveling group. So Shivek, Lucia, and any travelers. Beyond that, you're going to have Gara Tool and then Yev Hahin at the front with 2 guard wagons at the front as well. Supply wagon will be in the back near Shivek. But you have the choice to be basically either near Shivek, near Lucia, Gara Tool, or at the front with Yev Hahin. From your experience, the most dangerous position is to be at the front, right at the front. But it's up to you how you want to be in this setup of travel, basically. You guys will be moving, sleeping, eating in this in the section that you choose, basically. They'll have like different times that some people are awake, some people are not, but you guys will be moving at night for the majority of the time you guys are traveling. But it's up to you. You can tell me where you would like to go later if you want. But
probably in the middle.
In the middle? Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys will
Like
be
middle
near Lucia and the travelers. That'll be the safest position within the caravan, yes. Okay, so chosen positioning then. What's it called? You guys have until sunset to get your everything in order, basically. You guys get your supplies and all that. Is there anything anyone wants to do before sunset rolls around? Cool.
Yeah, I was under the impression this was going to be like in a day or two.
What's it called?
Great.
Yeah, no, not a day or two.
No.
Great. Cool. Great.
Echo,
Get your
what are you
date in
doing?
quick.
Did you see the other messages I sent? I made a mistake when I sent the first one because I was actually thinking of a video game, and while I was typing, and it just got mixed up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'd be like
The answer would be more of a no. There would be no group like that in this area or anywhere near that would be anything close to organized. Basically, it's a pretty the jobs that you found were pretty what is the not professional, pretty, I can't think of the word.
amateur.
Like not amateur, but they weren't like official jobs. They were kind of just like
Other than
people
volunteer.
Yeah, it wasn't putting it in. It wasn't putting in an official job. It was more seeing if they could find someone that would do that, and if there was, then you were someone.
Okay. Then
she hit the floor.
So,
had a
sorry.
question.
In relation to the last text, you could do the same thing. Basically, put an unofficial request into the different people that you are aware of that would have connections to things like that. But there's no official group that would.
That's fine. I'll make something up. I'm sorry, Kanar. Did you say you had a question?
I said I had a question for
okay.
Stonks.
Carholly. Yes.
I had a question for Stonks. Just really quick, do you know? I know we're heading to Hashar, not the capital, but the capital is the next stop for our little group. Do you know if there are any inns or maybe somewhere in the capital where I might be able to receive a letter?
Would Stonks say that?
Liz gave me a list.
Stonks would know, and you would have been there before, I would say, just in your own travels with your job, basically. So you'd be able to give her the list of names. Sorry, what is your question exactly, Carholly, though?
If there's an inn or somewhere in the capital, I could receive a letter.
Yeah. So, what names did I give you, Aaron?
I'd have to look at my text. Can I just assume one of them?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay.
I know that one of them was
It'll take me a hot second.
Darn it.
We had a lot of text. We had a lot of text this week.
Searching conversation.
I'll be right back.
Sure thing.
Oh my goodness, we had so many texts.
Nathan, you kind of remind me of Heath Ledger in what's that movie?
Got it? Cool.
Oh, 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yes!
That's the vibe. That's what I was trying to place.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Thank you.
But...
It is one of the best.
I do like that guy.
I was sitting here and I was like,
ever.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Like, not the same.
It's funny.
Like,
it's a cute funny. It's a cute.
I love it.
Cute funny
movie.
It.
It is my comfort movie.
It's based on The Taming of the Shrew, Nathan.
Yes, I know. That's why I love it, because that's one of my favorite Shakespeare plays. Is Taming of the Shrew.
It's so funny.
And it's got Julia Stiles, Heath Ledger, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I love.
What more do you want?
Shakespeare's everything. I love the way he talks, or that he can make the characters talk and stuff. Like, they're just so witty, and I love it so much.
That's just my favorite play. Oh,
okay, so the list.
The inns are the Woods Keep, the Ryokan, Hadar's Inn, the Tawdry, and the Honor Den.
And those are those are basically the inns that you know of, Echo. One more time, Aaron. I should have written these down.
The Woods Keep, the Ryokan, Hadar's Inn, the Tawdry, and the Honor Den.
Awesome. You would know, Echo, that the Tawdry is is probably the seediest of all the inns, and that's generally where different thieves, famous assassins, stuff like that might be taking up a place. It's a nice place, but it's like nice in the surprising kind of respect, like in a really bad part of town. What's it called? So yeah, that's the information you can give her. Yeah.
You're muted.
I wasn't really saying anything. I was just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll tell you that.
Oh, you'll give me the whole list?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Okay.
The
I'll
honor
just pick one.
You guys helped me, so.
The honor den is a military inn.
Okay, I probably wouldn't do that one then. I probably wouldn't tell you that the honor den.
Okay.
not high on my list of places to go.
Okay. I have them now, so thank you. Another question that can probably be resolved later, since we're going to be traveling for apparently 3 weeks. Would you happen to know anywhere where I could get something translated from Tallinn to Common? Or, I don't know. I never learned to read Tallinn, so I grew up speaking Goliath because... And I got this book, and it's in Tallinn, so I can't read it. And I probably would have asked this in front of the group.
There are places in many of the larger cities where libraries, something like that, where you could get the translated. Unless that's not the case. Like I don't.
No, that's
places
that,
where
that
scholars
is
would
entirely
congregate.
true. Entirely true.
Anywhere where scholars congregate.
Other people that
thanks,
could do
Kanari.
that. You would
Wizards,
think
probably?
that Yasna Koi, the scholar from the caravan, she would be able to do that. People in the temple here in town would be able to do that. What's it called?
I don't think I got time for that.
Basically, anyone who speaks Tallinn, who's relatively educated, would be able to. It's just that it would take a longer time for them, and then someone more intelligent and more trained in stuff like that would be able to do it quicker, and more accurately is the thing.
Carhale, you could just read it out loud to me, and I'll just tell you what it says.
I can't read it.
Well, like sound it out, like just kind of like.
It's not Romanized.
I can't read it at all.
I don't understand why. They're literally are they not all the same letters or things? Like, I don't know.
No, they're not.
You mean different people have different letters?
Yeah. It's quite
that
annoying,
seems
actually.
So inefficient. Like why?
It's very impractical. I agree. I mean, I could ask a toll to read it for me.
I guess that makes a lot more sense why it was impressive that one guy could read so many languages.
Yeah, that would be it.
That makes sense. Anyway.
I could see if a toll could read it for me, but I'm a bit concerned about accuracy. Like, she's very intelligent, but this could be life and death if it's mistranslated. For somebody, I don't know. It could not end well for somebody, namely me. Or you.
What are you exactly trying to have translated?
Oh, searching frantically through my stuff. And I pull out a book that looks just like this one.
Hey.
Crazy coincidence that I was gifted this book and I've never used it. And then Liz describes that I get a book exactly like it.
I own that book.
I literally, after that session, went and found it. It was great. And I bought this book from Jaskier. It's all Lorcai's work. It's literally all of her work. She's brilliant. And I could honestly use a good resource. And I didn't have the heart to tell him I can't read Tallinn.
It's because she has a heart for him.
You also did tell him you were from around town, or like a town nearby, so you should be able to speak it.
I said I'm from Simheen. That's the only lie I've ever told him.
What if she translates it and there's a little note in there from Jaskier to her, and they doesn't even get to know until like down the road?
I love
That's adorable, actually.
Or what if I already had this conversation with Liz over text and I thought you guys would get a kick out of it? So I said, we can play this out in session if you want.
What? Him writing a note to you?
No, me getting the book translated.
Oh, yes. Joke's on you. No, I was kidding.
I mean, unless you know someone else decently educated who speaks Talon. No?
Not I.
Nothing here.
You're a bold-faced liar, Nemo.
I don't speak Talon.
Oh. Liz
No,
and Izzy both told me you
we
did.
established this
Nathan,
way back when,
I think he
Nathan.
speaks Kellen, doesn't
Twice.
I speak
Twice.
Talon.
Yeah.
You speak Kellen.
Yeah.
That's the one you were raised on. He also speaks Talon because he had the extra language because of the. Yes, we did. We established this
talked about
because
this.
you were able
We
to
did.
read Atoll's dagger. We talked about it twice because we had this conversation already. Me
I
convincing
literally
you
have
that
always
you
said that I
already
can't.
established this.
So I have Common, Sylvan, Kellen, Deep Speech, and Talon.
whoa!
I don't think you have deep speech. You have
do.
Talon, Sylvan, Kellen, and what's it
deep
called?
speech.
Because we already established this way back when, because you were able to read Atoll's dagger, and then you refused to tell anyone else. And Isabel was like, "I insight check you," because you said you couldn't read it and everything. You're like, or I forget exactly how it went down,
I don't
but
remember
like
either.
I remember
What
this
did I
happening.
read?
You
What
could
did I
read
read
it.
on her dagger?
There was an
The dagger
inscription
itself.
on Nicole's dagger
Yes.
way back when, and you could read it, and Liz told you what it said, and then
I read the whole
you
thing?
didn't.
Yes. I mean, it's just a
little
short thing.
inscription.
Okay. News to me. I wake up and I can speak Talon.
We had this conversation already once. Already.
Yes.
Well,
It's
then
fine.
you do have someone in your party who can help you then.
Since when do you speak Talon?
Are you speaking to me?
Yes.
I've always spoken Talon.
And you're just bringing this up now? I've been talking about this book for the past, 5 minutes. And you didn't say, Carholly, instead of paying someone,
just
you
walked
could...
up. I'm sorry. I had to go get my horse.
Could you just... I don't know. I'll hand it to him. Do you think you could translate any of this? Or do you think I should pay someone?
What
to
is
get
it?
Translated? It's a book. It's just went on this rant. It's a book of all of Lorcai's work.
Okay. Yeah, you can give it to me. It might take me a little bit to translate.
No, I just want you to look at it and see if maybe you could. Or I will take it back because I'm not leaving this with you.
I mean, yeah, I'll take the book and open it.
You flip it open. At right at the front, it's pretty. It's written just by hand, kind of thing, leather bound. Papers that were sewn into the to the sewn in kind of thing. Right at the front, you see a lot of words and measurements and stuff that's hard to try to decipher because it's also kind of a cramped hand. It's it'll be difficult for you to translate. And beyond that, though, you do see a small note at the top that's written clearer than the rest of it has been written, and it's in a different colored ink from the rest of it. What's it called? Which says to the a book of natural powers to the most powerful woman I know. And it's got a little swoopy J written next to it. In column.
He elects himself a strong woman.
Power. Yeah, I can translate it, and I'll just close the book. It'll take me a while, but yeah,
and you're just not gonna tell me. Okay, I take my book back.
Nemo is standing in the way of love, man.
Wow.
in the way of love.
Guys.
I'll just take my book back.
What are we gonna name our horses?
Well, no, if you want me to, I said I could translate it if you want me to.
The horses you guys are issued. Kanari, you get a smaller bray. No, not smaller. Tall. A tall.
I'm gonna
bray
say
because of how tall you are. Carly, you get yours is like a tan. Kanari, yours is like a tan, sandy colored mare. Sorry, bray. And Carly, you get a very large mare who's tough as nails. They took a look at you when they were issuing the horses and stuff, and they were like, okay, and they went back to go find like the biggest, strongest horse they had. That wasn't a war horse, and they bring this one out. The horse is pretty sassy, for lack of a better term. It's nipping at the hands of the rustlers that bring this horse to you, almost like verging on wanting to buck but doesn't. And they bring that horse to you. What's it called? They bring a horse to Nemo that's smaller, kind of a pony. What's it called? Dark brown color there. Echo already has his horse, which you can describe when you'd like. But what's it called? The rest of you guys have gotten your things pulled up. You guys can name them whatever you want. They don't give you names when they bring them to you.
Mine's name's Sylvester.
Sylvester?
Is it a stallion?
It is.
Oh my gosh. Sylvester Stallone.
Thank you for understanding that.
Instantly. Not difficult.
Sylvester Stallone was Rocky Balboa, the Italian stallion.
Oh, somebody was missing that? Who didn't get that?
Oh, it looks like Liz was a little confused.
No, Liz, he played the bad guy in Spy Kids 3.
Sylvester Stallone.
You don't know who Sylvester Stallone is?
I'm not an actors person. I don't know.
Rocky.
He was Rocky Balboa.
No, that's like the most
stallion.
one of the most popular.
Like Isabel, because that like actually gave me a visual.
I knew what she would know. I knew what she would know.
I didn't actually realize that guy was Rocky. That's funny.
Yeah.
Or wait. Yeah, Rocky?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, Rocky
I've
Balboa.
never watched Rocky.
There was a lot of famous people in the Spy Kids movies for no reason. Anyways.
Truth.
Not no reason.
And we love it.
It's such a great movie. I love that. I tried to get my siblings to watch it with me the other day. Sam and Amber did, but Amanda was like, I don't really care for it. I was like, who are you? You're not my sister.
Lame.
I love those movies. There was a whole phase, like the whole world went through, or like the whole movie industry went through, because there were a ton of like spy movies. Anyway, okay, so Nemo, you get a small brown like pony horse, something that didn't seem like too much trouble. Kanari got a bray, and Kaharli got kind of a wild mare.
Wait, I want to know what. So is mine just calm? Is mine just demure?
Yours is calm, and yes. They because they weren't really sure. They were like, she's blind. What do we get her? They got the most obedient horse they could, in essence.
Hello.
I will call mine Irsa.
My little doggy.
Irsa.
That's cute.
Hi, puppy.
Hello.
You want to turn around for the people? So they can see you. Oh, I guess not.
Okay, sorry. Could everyone turn off their earbuds or something, mute their computers, so I can ask Josh a question? Because I'm very confused. Very confused, Josh.
I don't know how to.
Just like mute your computer so you can't hear
anything. If you'd like. I was gonna explain it whenever we played it, but I can explain.
It okay. Like a double thumbs up when we're ready to be back or something.
Okay. Sorry.
If you want, I can explain it right now. But
yeah, go for it. Since they're not listening now. I was just so confused because I read it. Yes. I read it once and I was like, okay. And then I was like, wait, what kind of thing? So what's going on? What are you trying to do?
So, one, this is twofold. One, I'm trying to I'm probably going to keep this and use it for the proof of death, as well as take it to Jasna herself or somebody around her, because I know she doesn't react well. Stop it.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna pee just real fast.
And use it to be like, hey, listen, there was somebody after you, and try and diffuse that whole situation.
Okay.
So that's the first, like, I'm trying to basically, okay, no more suspicion. That's
Okay.
done. And B,
She wouldn't recognize you though. There is that. Since you were in disguise, I wasn't going to like establish
Right.
any like her recognizing you outside of that.
Sure. I just, any suspicion is, he doesn't want it.
Okay.
Because the more suspicion there is, the more chance that something that people will be on the lookout. He wants guards down. And then also, I'm gonna try and get that dude to pay me a little bit more money. Because I mean, I pickpocketed him and stuff, which was funny. But now that there's a contract out for my death, I'm gonna say, hey, but listen, it wasn't just any ordinary guy. This guy must have liked stealing, but like he was here as an official like assassin. I've heard this. I've heard the whispers of this group, and they're bad dudes. So maybe a little something extra for my troubles, and like I'm also gonna have Karhali hit me a few times to try, like without explanation, just to try and rough myself up and say, hey, listen, look, I took a beating.
Got you. Okay. Cool. So the message itself is you're forging who else's, or just something completely different from your own?
It would be totally different from my own. It basically, I made it up, since you said that there wouldn't really be any notable ones around here.
Yeah,
in the
no one
surrounding
notable
areas.
around here.
So
like notable, maybe like farther away or whatever, but not anyone he would recognize or anything. Yeah.
Right. And so I basically just kind of bullcrapped it. It's not a real thing within the world.
Got you.
But I might start a whisper campaign.
There you go. Make up this entire thing.
Yes.
Please do.
Which would be
okay. So got it. And you want to play that out in game, yeah?
Yeah, because I think they'd get a real kick out of it.
Cool. Then you guys are good.
Cool.
Awesome.
We're back.
Hello again.
Guess who's back?
Back again. You shouldn't know that song, Isabel.
Back.
It's a terrible song.
I don't really know
it
it. I just know like the one line. So
I created a monster because nobody
That's what
wants
they all
to
say.
anymore. They want shady. I'm chopped liver. Well, if you want shady, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of weed mixed with my hard liquor. Some vodka that'll jumpstart my heart quicker than the shock when I get shocked at the hospital by the doctor when I'm not cooperating. When I'm rocking the table while he's operating.
What is that from? I recognize that, but I don't know.
It's an Eminem song.
Just a lyric.
Oh.
All right, I'm so sorry.
I like 2 songs of Eminem's. Nathan, those are the songs that you sent me like way back when. I heard one of them while I was at AutoZone, and I was like humming along with it. And I was like, "Who is this? Oh, it's Eminem. Why do I know this song?" And I was, it's the song.
I like Skittles.
It's 2 specific songs.
Rapper. Why
a while
would
ago.
you eat the rapper?
Anyway, what's it called? Nemo, by the way. This whole time, and like you kind of woke up and you kind of like came over here immediately and everything, and it's only occurring to you after the fight has happened and it's bleeding off. And sorry, I forgot myself, but it is occurring to you now as like the adrenaline's been rushing through and everyone had been like breathing hard, panting as they've been fighting and blah blah blah. You weren't breathing hard, you weren't panting, and actually to an extent you realize you didn't need to. And in fact, at that point when you're like realizing that, you're actually, you're not just naturally inhaling and exhaling anymore. You don't have to breathe anymore, actually. And you like try holding your breath and you don't have to stop.
Let me see your teeth.
And if you hold your breath for multiple minutes longer than you ever have before, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't. Nothing. You don't need to breathe anymore. And Carl, you do notice at one point, you hadn't been paying attention at all to him, but his skin's a lot paler than he had been before. He might be sick, maybe, but yeah, Nemo, that's
Noted.
since this morning. What's it called? So, moving on. So you guys have until sunset. You guys can decide what you guys want to do within that time. But Echo, for your time coming before sunset, and you guys are we're told to meet up at the front gate. By front gate, the southern gate, the same gate that you guys left in to go visit the Chules, actually, the same gate for that one. But you guys are all going to be meet up there, them with their wagons, the merchants with theirs, any travelers and whatnot. Echo, before completely disengaging with Navarre, she does inform you that there had been a slight change of plans for the caravan to an extent, being with the new developments, with the war officially being declared, and all the things going up here in the north. A lot of they have been asked, the caravan, her, Lucia, and Lucia has agreed, to take some children down south to further close, basically out of the danger zone. So you guys are going to be taking on maybe about 15 or so children that are going to be kept with your caravan and brought all the way down to the city that you guys are traveling to, which is Havar, nearish the capital, and then
I would have actually asked that. Where exactly is Havar?
Havar is going to be nearby the capital, but it is a city that is out about a day or two's travel from the capital itself.
Is it like south, east, or west of the capital? Or
It
north?
would be east of the capital.
East of the capital. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a pretty nice city, but it basically makes the city itself, that is Havar, is the estate of the Alar Adi. That's where their estate is. Their estate is kind of the lord of that city.
Okay.
But yes, so that is a minor change to the caravan's process, but it's just going to be an extra wagon that's added on with the children of more wealthy, not super wealthy, but some of the merchants in town that just want their kids out of the danger zone. So they're being
So here's
taken
my
down.
pitch. We kidnap the kids and hold them for ransom.
There you go.
And if the parents refuse, we just start blasting.
All of them. Slit all of their throats one by one until they pay.
You
We
know,
just go
Liz,
Anakin on these guys.
Liz, you've got a problem with slitting kids' throats in this campaign so far.
No, it's okay.
I'm just waiting.
Anakin Skywalker did it.
I think
Skywalker did it?
More stabby.
Master Skywalker.
He did kill a bunch of kids.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Slaughtered
I shouldn't have
I don't
taken
think it was him though. I thought it was like
No, it was him.
No.
No,
I don't remember
it
this
was
movie.
him.
Man, I should rewatch the whole thing.
You should. It's great.
Why?
that be-
Sorry, I'm still on this. Why did he kill a bunch of kids? So he
Because they
wasn't
were
Jedi.
Jedi.
The
It
dark
just,
side.
you just have to rewatch it. You'll understand.
They were
It's
Jedi.
too long of an
babies.
explanation.
Yeah.
They were
Uh-huh.
Padawans.
Anyway,
This is too long of an explanation
yeah.
to have on stream.
Okay.
We can talk about it later.
Okay.
Um,
So, yes. I don't remember what we were talking about. Echo, and what you're doing for your between morning to sunset. Yes. You guys are still as a group though, so Echo, you can do whatever you were planning.
So I've got to take care of something before tonight. In the meanwhile, don't do anything that will get you killed. And good job.
You know, that's my life motto. Don't do anything that'll get you killed.
It's a good motto to have. And he kind of ducks out.
What's it called? Were you still planning on so what are you trying to you're trying to hit the Wilhelm situation first, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you are going to take your note and you're dropping it off, correct?
Not exactly. I'm gonna hold on to it. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Well, no, it doesn't apply. It's not being compared to anything. So never mind, actually. I would say it's easy enough to make writing that doesn't appear to be your own. What's it called? So you're approaching the man himself, correct?
Do I know who gave the contract?
After being asked about it, beyond the woman who gave you the contracts, she would have told you that it was a man named, if I can find it, Ubaid Udin, and it's just a wealthier merchant in the area.
Okay.
And you would be able to find where he would be located at easily enough.
Yeah. Then I would try to find him like at his home or someplace that's less like I don't want to have to deal with him in front of everyone for obvious reasons. But if he's there, like if he just happens to be out, that's fine.
Okay. So if you hang around where his shop where he so he's a merchant, but he's not a main seller. He's more someone who transfers things to other stores. If you hang around one of the establishments he sells to after some inquiries and whatnot, it won't take you too long to see him traveling on a wagon, basically, passing through, and he's got his own. He's got a load of the wares that he is taking from point A to point B.
In the meantime, I will be trying to just do some like minor cosmetic work so that he won't recognize my face.
Okay. So you see him as he's passing by. Go ahead and roll me a. Do you have to roll for the that would be disguise kit. So that would be a dexterity check, correct?
It would be typically dexterity, and then if you're proficient with the disguise kit and have one, you can add your proficiency bonus to it.
So go ahead and give that kit. So you're trying to make yourself look damaged, correct, and beat up, yeah?
And not quite like myself. If I basically, like switching a nose or like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Just
some
unlike
scars
yourself.
that weren't there.
Right on.
But yeah. So, and so with the actor feat, I would have advantage trying to pass myself off as someone else, just the initial. So, okay, neither one was very good, but let's just hope that further things will help. What is my dexterity? Holy cow, where are you? Okay, so 11 for the cosmetic work.
Okay, so he'll see you and probably, well, yeah. So you see him on his wagon as he's passing by, and he's kind of just leading along a singular horse that's pulling this wagon, clicking at it, whistling at it as it's moving through kind of a throng of people, as this is kind of the merchant area, a lot of people passing through. You see him, and he definitely doesn't look drunk as he did last time when you had seen him and robbed him in the warehouse before. And he's just sitting atop his wagon, and he comes to a stop at the place you'd been waiting near, where he's planning to drop off his load, and kind of pulling to the back of the place a bit. What do you want to say?
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, and I do not get advantage on that because that was a dex check.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I wasn't trying to pass myself off yet. That was just a dex check. Did I say what the first roll was? Because I don't remember at this point.
I don't remember, but it was worse than 11, yeah?
It was worse than 11, yeah.
Okay. So I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, sorry about that.
No worries. I thought that it would have, I guess the performance thing confused me too, because I thought that would be like a part of the, nonetheless.
Yeah, no, but since it was a dex check, that wouldn't count.
The lie itself, though, that'll
Right.
that could go. And but yes, so he starts unloading his stuff, and you're just kind of hanging back. Did you want to approach him?
Yeah.
He's kind of just taking a box and putting it down onto the front kind of porch of this store that they're at. It seems to be a leatherworking store of a sort. And what he seems to be unloading, the box itself is closed, but you hear clanging inside. It seems like maybe tools. But he takes one down, puts it over. He seems pretty strong, pretty muscular. And he definitely doesn't have as much of a happy glow, the happy drunk glow that he had previously when you saw him last.
Mhm.
And he turns to you, sees you kind of approaching, and it goes, "Can I help you?"
Yeah. I am, do you have a minute?
I can give you a minute, yeah. What's your need?
It pertains to a certain inquiry you put in for a Wilhelm.
And his eyes kind of like open in like recognition, anger, and then a little bit of like like hope almost. A little bit of guilt. But he goes like, let's go into the back maybe. And he kind of pulls you around the side of the store he had been unloading with, kind of into an alley between this one and the next. And he pulls you to the side. He's like, did you finish the job? Do you have proof of it?
There's a complication.
What kind of complication? Did you get
I
caught?
kind of like lower my voice.
How do you know it was me?
I'm not technically an assassin, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And
he starts kind of giving you a scrutinizing gaze. Continue.
Is the Tellurian Ministry an okay name to drop in these areas?
What do you mean by okay?
Like, I mean, if I say I'm actually an undercover, like, agent of the Tellurian Ministry, like,
okay.
that's...
I mean, sure. In essence, it would be saying like you're undercover for the Catholic Church almost, but like back when the Catholic Church was a major power, right?
Sure.
So it would be a level of
I'm
power.
the Spanish Inquisition.
Basically.
But like that would not be something where he's like, guards, right?
It would not. It might make him more wary of you in general because like he put an assassination attempt out on someone else, kind of deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not technically an assassin. The name's, well, the alias is Delvin.
Delvin, okay.
My organization and I are investigating a group that your Mark was a part of. That my organization being a certain governing ministry.
I just kind of look up to the sky, look back.
Roll a deception check.
All right, and would this be the one that
Yes.
actually came? Okay, good. Okay, not bad. Okay, so deception 25.
Oh. Yeah, you look up at the sky and you give him like the significant look and whatnot. My apologies, Samantha. And you look up at the sky and you look down at him significantly, and as you relock eyes with him, his eyes open and like really he kind of like stumbles back a bit and he's like
it's
rubs
all
his
right.
hand through his hair. He's like, you know, I haven't been to the temple as much as often as I should have, but
hey, it's all right. Not here about you.
okay.
Take it easy.
Any kind of help I can give to you and our good Lord, I'd be happy to be of service.
And he is just like, there is a laugh creeping into his throat. It's not evident yet, but it's just kind of in this general vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now, in our investigation of this group that he seems to be a part of, we found him, obviously.
I knew he was a bad guy. I mean, he just seemed like the type. And...
Yes. And you, in helping and desiring the downfall of such a man, are
exactly. My own good conscience couldn't just accept his continued.
Regardless of
this
means,
world.
There are some things that the Lord Talor simply can't help but smile upon.
Mm-hmm.
The note is in a language that, well, a dialect of sorts called Thieves' Cant. Now, I know you would not be familiar with this. As
I don't dabble in those kinds of things. I mean, this was very outside of my purview. You know, I was kind of angry and in the moment, just righteous anger, you know, just flowing through me. And
of course, you wouldn't know anything about this.
And for the rest of you guys, if you don't remember, Wilhelm was the guy that I stole. I mean, I used the name Wilhelm when I stole from this guy.
Way back when in the warehouse.
Yes, in the warehouse.
Oh,
he put out a hit.
I
on,
missed that.
A man named
He
Wilhelm.
put out a hit
I
on me.
A very bad description, but yeah. Or
Yeah.
well, not
I
a
was
bad
missing
description,
that.
but like it wouldn't help much. But
That's who I'm talking with.
So
right
you're
now.
being hired to go after
Kill
yourself.
myself. Yes.
Cool.
Yes, I got that this was the guy that you were talking to, the one that you pickpocketed. I did not realize he had put a hit
Yes.
out on
Also-
you
Yes.
and then hired you to put a hit out on yourself.
Yes.
That's great.
It's
Spot on.
Taylor.
Spot on.
it is
not
Taylor.
Talor, but that's honestly in character with Echo, I feel like, so it's fine.
This guy wouldn't question anyone who says it, or a guy who said it with the authority that he claims to have.
It's
Yeah.
Metro City, not
Metrocity.
I love that movie
Metro
so
Man
much.
would never say that.
Okay.
And since you don't know, I'll give a brief
Sorry,
explanation.
one more meta thing.
Oh,
He did
yeah.
not roll high enough. He rolled very low on his scrutinizing. But anyway.
Okay, cool.
And since you don't know, I'll give you a brief explanation of what the note says and read it more or less in its entirety. Faldor, your mark is, will not say for the sake of,
Oh shoot, what's that word? What's the word I'm looking for?
See, it's not just me.
Keeping secrets, what
For the sake
it
of
happens in business, for the sake
secrecy.
of like
confidence.
confidentiality.
for the sake of confidentiality. She pursues knowledge from a history that will lead to a path toward knowledge we have kept secret. Your alias will be Wilhelm, a prize fighter, You are free to choose whatever other cover you need. When proof of death is established, the usual pay and a special gift from us personally. Kill, again, won't say for confidentiality, and feel free to steal whatever you desire. I know it is your way. If we are not implicated, no foul. If you are caught, eat this letter. Signed, let's just say a group that we've been investigating for some time. They're
Yeah.
not good people. And more than that, they're powerful people. The work is finished, but as you can see, the original price not quite going to qualify for the beating that I took.
I mean, so what do you need my money? Is that what you're asking me? So you already did it, correct?
I did. This is proof of death. Do you see the blood?
I see it. He's gonna roll an insight check.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to make sure this guy's
Would that
dead.
be against against a deception check or?
Yes. Go ahead and roll deception. Not great.
15.
15. Better than mine. And he
15.
goes, yeah, I do see that.
Here's the thing.
And he kind of like, oh, go ahead.
Here's the thing. I'm not trying to. I don't want to interfere with your business. I know a man's got to make a living. When we're undercover, we don't get paid. What we make is what we make. Think of it as an investment toward our Lord. Helping his
And he
work.
looks up and looks down. You won't be telling your superiors about.
You're an upstanding citizen donating to the work of Taylor.
Of course. Yes, then
Can we
then
settle
go-
on 25 more?
25 more. I was thinking more. Well, roll persuasion. Roll
No
persuasion.
problem.
25.
Oh, okay.
25 more, and he
It
starts
almost
like going through his
was
coin
really
purse.
bad, but it flipped. Okay. 15 plus 6 is 21.
21, and he goes, yeah, that I only this is all I've got right now. And he hands you what's it called? 45, but he goes, that's all I have right now because of the I can go home and get some more. And
Don't worry about it. We appreciate what you've done for us and for Talor.
Then
Maybe try to visit the temple.
Taylor speed to you, and I will visit this temple tonight and every night for the rest of this month into next month, because we're at
It
the
is
end
the
of the
last
month.
day of the month. Just as
The
a
rest
side note.
of next month as well, and I promise to never ever have to devolve into person that would reach into that realm because of anger, even righteous anger like I had, and continue doing the good work. And he pats you on the shoulder and kind of rushes out of the alley looking both ways and kind of like drops down the last two boxes really quickly, hops on that horse,
Yep.
and does not look back into the alley as he
I
drives
just
away.
kind of like put my hand in the to the sky and then just kind of like, drop it down as he's leaving, just
Mhm.
like blessings upon you.
He's like, yep, and like trying to speed his horses along. Move. And shaken man.
Slow clap.
Thank you. I pickpocketed him, killed myself, and then conned him into giving me more money.
Did
To
he
kill myself.
already?
This
did you
man
all,
rolled
Did he
low every
already
time.
pay you? Did he already pay you for the hit?
He would have what's it called?
This was the pay for the hit.
this
and
was
the
with
extra,
the
right?
proof.
Okay.
So it was like
Gotcha,
45
gotcha.
total.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's not bad
okay.
for killing myself.
Mm-mm.
And like still being alive. Incredible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And not injured at all.
Talented.
Did you survive?
Yes.
Sadly, no. Oh, wait, did you die? Sadly, yes. But I lived.
Oh, I appreciate all of you guys very much for having all the references. We're dorks. Were you planning to do anything else for the rest of the day until sunset?
No, that's about that was really my one thing that I wanted to do because I thought it was pretty funny.
It was hilarious. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Like
10 out
after
of
you
10.
gave him your name way back when, like, oh yeah, Wilhelm. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna come a calling later, huh?
Actually, yes, I would like to eventually take it to the other person, but that is something that we can get back to. Like it,
Okay.
I'm gonna go get a piece of pizza and bring it up. So
Sure thing.
I'll be right back.
Or should we?
Do we want to take a
quick
break
second
now?
to get
Yes.
food? Yeah. Okay.
2
I'm
hours.
starving.
We can go get some food. I'm actually not starving, surprisingly, but go for it.
I had
Okay.
food that I have food that I've not eaten because I'm just not hungry. Don't know why.
Because you're so buff.
I have no
Working out.
food here because I'm at someone else's house.
Oh, just eat their food. They'll never know.
Can't you eat their food?
No, I know, but they don't have anything like. I have to make anything they have left because they cleared
Yeah.
out everything before they left. So
Oh
Shit,
yeah,
that's
that
amazing.
makes sense. Lame.
Yeah, in a second. Bye.
I know.
Nice.
I never left because I have tea and food.
I was contemplating making myself tea or making myself
My
a waffle.
audio
I'm
is
so
still
lazy.
set to confusion. Can you
What'd
say
you say?
something?
God wills it.
Oh, it's just green.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
Did you ever watch
Where are the headphones then?
what is it called? Heaven from the Gateways of Heaven, I
still
think.
can't
And it
hear
had
anything.
Orlando Bloom with Nielsen. What's this? Something Nielsen. I don't know.
My headphones work.
Liam Neeson?
Why can I not hear
Liam
anything?
Neeson. Yeah. Liam Neeson. And oh, now it's you? Maybe you have to raise the volume up or unmute something. And if not, maybe try coming and coming back.
There we go.
And coming back. Are you good now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it connected to Jared's AirPods by accident. I have it lists. I've used them both before, so I must have accidentally clicked the wrong one, or I don't know.
But yeah, From the Kingdom of Heaven. That's what it's called, and it has Orlando Bloom, and it's about the Templars and the Crusades, and it was a really good movie and really dark, honestly.
Is having my audio out and having the microphone, is that causing any problems?
I'm not getting any feedback, but we'll
nothing yet.
Yeah, when the other two join in, that might change.
They hurt my little ears.
I know what you mean. My earbuds, I changed to the wired ones because the other ones just hurt my ears after like a long period of time.
Well, the problem is I have a pair of wired earbuds that I would use, but they have a lightning port, so they can only connect to an iPhone, and I'm using my computer, so it doesn't work.
That is unfortunate. This is why you should just ditch Apple.
Well, I like everything else, and
my mom loves Apple.
I have a converter that goes from audio jack to lightning port, but
it's so dumb that you need one, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You need like all kinds of jacks for all kinds of things. So ridiculous.
They are super waterproof. I will say that.
I mean, so are some other phones, though.
At your phone at the bottom of the ocean.
My phone at the bottom of the ocean? Excuse you. I took it out, okay? I walked in and then I walked out and it was on me both times.
No. You walked in. I look down and I see Liz's phone.
I know.
In his hand in the water. It was like waist deep water. I dove down to get your phone and I'm like, hey, Liz, your phone.
I don't think it fell out. It was in my pocket, I'm pretty sure, but we were up to our waist.
No, it was on the ground because I had to dive. I dove down and I got it off the ocean floor.
Well,
it was funny.
Unfortunate.
I enjoyed it.
But yeah, sad days. It's not that phone though. It's a different kind of phone, even.
My phone survived a dip in Lake Tahoe, like a solid 2-minute dip.
Wow.
And honestly, my speakers on that phone were better than Jared's speakers on his phone, and he had like the same phone as me, except he had never dropped his in the water.
Gotcha.
Weird.
It's so funny.
Oh, I got a trade-in, so I paid like $100, got a new phone, and it's so cute. It's pink and it's got clouds.
That's the natural phone design. That's cool.
No, that's the case.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's naturally pink, but it's got The clouds are the case.
Gotcha.
Fancy. And I have to have a case and a glass screen protector because I drop it at least twice a day.
I should probably get a new phone, but I don't know. It's working really well, so there's no point. And I only paid like, I don't know, $80 for this, I think.
I wouldn't have because my phone did work just fine. But yeah,
Sorry, I was going. I'll be right back.
Bye.
Those cats and dog take a lot of care, apparently.
Mine doesn't.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
we're leaving
cats and
well,
dogs
she's an indoor cat, so she's got like a litter box. Like literally,
I'm pretty sure
someone
the cats he's with are too, I think.
We have someone, like whenever we go somewhere, we have someone come like every other day to change her litter box and get her more water because she has an automatic food dispenser. So like, she's good, honestly.
Nice.
We just need to get her like her very own tap, and then she'll be set. We'll get her own tap and then a self-cleaning litter box, and we could leave for like a week, and she would be fine.
Get her one of those like
that's what I was doing the litter, the 2 boxes. So
we had a litter box for this cat that would stay with us, but the cat almost never used the litter box. Instead, she wouldn't like go in our house or anywhere near our house specifically. She would go to the neighbor's yard and poop in her yard, like that. Like
that's
specifically there. It was so funny,
malicious.
And so she hated our cat and ended up telling us we have to get rid of the cat or else she's going to. I forget exactly what the or else was, but
what
I was
she gonna do? Shoot the cat?
Like, okay, we don't care about this cat that much, so she's like, take it to a shelter.
So sad.
Yeah, and then we took it to a shelter, and I was very sad. I think I cried.
To a shelter.
We got her from a shelter. Say hi.
She lived.
My cat just woke up, peering at me, like squinty-eyed at me for interrupting her sleep.
Wow, you're a terrible person, Nathan. Absolutely horrible.
At some point, Josh and I are gonna get a Savannah cat and slash hopefully a Bengal cat as well. Because
I thought you said and slash it like you're gonna cut it. And I was like, what?
No,
that's
Savannah cats are huge though. They're like this big, and then I want a Bengal cat too because they look like tigers. So
that's so cute. I love that.
Is anyone having echoey problems with my speaker? Not you. I get it, but not you. I knew as soon as I said it, there was going to be a comment.
I'm so sorry.
We're too alike for you to get away with this crap.
I know.
Like, I'll be talking and I'll see your face and I'm like, shut up. I know exactly what you're thinking and shut up. Because if I was watching, that's what I would be thinking and that's what I would be saying.
Yeah.
I'll send you guys a picture of my cat who's ruining my hypoallergenic room.
Are you allergic to cats?
You're not in your house, right? You're in someone else's?
No, I'm in someone else's, yeah.
Then wait, why is the cat messing up? You're in a hypoallergenic room?
The room was like they had kept
cats?
They had kept the dogs and cats out of the room because they knew I was allergic. I'm not as allergic anymore. But they, as like a precaution. Yeah. But anytime I open the door, the cat just comes in. Same with the dog actually, but she's been out today.
Wondering.
I want a husky dog eventually. I love Mika.
Anyway.
Isabel, you're gonna see Mika. Anyway, okay, so you don't. Okay, so back in Echo, resolving your thing later, correct? And then Karhale, Kanari, and Nemo. So, what are you guys wanting to do until sunset?
I need to get my Mambele.
Easy enough. You're actually on the side of town where the blacksmith works. So as you guys are like leaving and everything, heading back to, I don't know, maybe the herbalist shop that's on the other side of town, you can slip past it, and the blacksmith is there with it ready, wrapped in a leather not a leather case, but wrapped in a little bit of leather, just like a pouch, in a sense that you could strap onto your belt, kind of thing.
Yay! I shall. I already paid for it. So.
Yes. So he hands that to you. Easy enough. You have a mumbel. You can add. Wait.
I was so scared.
Did I already give you what the stats would be for that?
No. What are the stats?
Okay. So let me just.
I assumed it would be like a dagger.
I
was hoping for a little more than a dagger.
It is actually more like a. Yes.
You can kill anyone on sight, but it causes you to fart at the most inopportune times. So, Jaskier, I love you.
Thanks. Where did that come from?
I have no clue.
This is going to be slashing damage. Ooh. Damage type 1d6. Oh, sorry. Damage type is slashing 1d6 for the roll, the die. And it is a, what's it called? Light range thrown weapon. The range is 20 by 60. Basically a hand axe.
Ah. Lovely.
But a cool looking hand axe. And that's what matters.
You said, was it 2060?
20 by 60 distance, yes.
Lovely. Thank you. So excited. And
a beautiful weapon.
Would I get to
You should send a picture to the group chat so we can all see it. What?
I will. Will I get to add my strength modifier to that?
Yes, ma'am. So this will still be since it's a warrior's item. Yeah.
Would I have proficiency with it? I would technically, if I used it as a melee weapon, I would have proficiency with it because that's what I'm proficient with. I
would say yes. I would say yes because we're basing it off of basically what like your home example of it to have been. So you would have been like around and trained with it as a cub.
I am proficient. Yay. I love being proficient in things. I don't have a lot.
Being proficient in things. What's it called? So picking up the mumbel. Kanori, were you doing anything at the blacksmith shop as you were heading back with her?
No. The only thing I was gonna do before we left was I was just gonna swing by and say goodbye to Sazed because I'm gonna miss that old man.
Okay. What's it called? You find Sazed at the same place he's been every day on that little rug, this little tapestry rolled out on the floor, and he's got his same set up little chess pieces game in front of him, and he's just sitting there patiently. Actually, when you get there is someone who's leaving right as you're kind of arriving, and you get the sense if Karhale had gone with you and everything, you would see. But it seems to be just a young woman. Looks to be a little bit older than you, Kanari. She looks pretty simple. Brunette, dark-skinned. She looks like an average Jane kind of thing. But she kind of passes you by very carefully, doesn't run into you or anything. As she leaves, and Sazed waving, but she's not facing him, so she doesn't see, but he's like waving needlessly as she walks away.
And I'll come up to him and be like, "I'm not here. I thought that I was your favorite. I'm a little offended."
Kanari, don't worry, you are my favorite of young females, if that's what we're saying here. I take back what I said. I feel like a creepy, greasy old man. Perhaps not.
It's okay.
You are a lovely young woman in your own right, and you will do well in life, I'm sure.
Thank you. That is not what I was. Thank you. Yep. Okay. Anyway, I came. Well, they're both awkward. It's fine. I came by to tell you that I'm actually leaving town tonight with my group. We got a we got a job with the caravan leaving town. We need to travel further into Tall, so I just wanted to say thank you for the lessons and the little bit of fun that I was able to have, and to see if you had one more game in you. Maybe this time I'll get lucky and you won't hit you.
I always have a game in me, young Kanari.
What do you say, Carly?
I got all the worms and fuzzies inside.
So to Kanari, and she's definitely not used to the feeling, so she's kind of like, and thanks for spending the time with me, and
scratching her bald head.
Yeah, it's scratching.
Is it like stubble now, basically? Like, because it's been growing back for a while.
I'm curious. I wanted to know.
I meant to say this at some point, and I just keep forgetting to. She does shave it still. She keeps it shaven. So
I thought we had an Aang thing going on. And
no.
She misses a few spots here and there.
She can feel it,
She can feel it. She's practiced enough.
She's been doing this for years, so she can. Yeah, she's good.
Bummer.
And he motions out the other side of his table, and he
goes.
But
I will say that you guys have seen, like, you've seen the shadow, so you know it's not like she can grow hair. It's not just she chooses.
She's not sick.
What color is the hair that grows in?
It's dark. You haven't she never lets it grow out very far. It's just, but it is dark, so like a brown probably.
That is a good question.
Just curious.
It's just dark though. She barely ever she doesn't let it grow.
She's got eyebrows, right?
Yeah. And
okay,
their eyebrows,
I figured.
Yeah, they're darker. They're not like super light,
Just curious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're not black.
I thought you said one time that she didn't have eyebrows.
No, I was making a joke. I was like,
oh, okay.
Have eyebrows. What are you talking about? No.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
what?
That was me. My bad. I was moving the mic.
Chords. All like echoey too. Like, it was really weird.
Murder. Someone's trying to kill us, kind of thing. Anyway,
just the mic cord. Worry not.
Caesar motions at the other side of him, the seat across from him, and he goes, "It's been my pleasure, Kanari. This entire interaction with you has been quite pleasant, and honestly, I wish I had more to offer you than a mere game made by my own hands. Perhaps in the future, if you ever come back to this area, I could find a way to make you some old brews that I've created of my own skill with tea brewing and whatnot. It's something I don't dabble in anymore, but there was that one time when I had seen you and you had what seemed to be tea in your pocket, and I could smell it. And seems we're both of the tea appreciation. The tea persuasion. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Today is just not my day, man.
Okay. Honestly,
yes.
Don't tell me too much, or else I might not leave tonight, because that is very tempting. But yes, maybe I'll try to come by again this way. I'll hold you to that.
Please do, Kanari. And just remember, with anyone you're traveling with, even if you don't know them very well, it is always wise to attempt to place trust if you can. Though it may seem hard, difficult, impossible even to do so, especially being one with your history. But let us get to this. And so he starts out on his side, and he'll let you go first once again. So go ahead and roll me a intelligence check.
Maybe one day I'll be good at this game. We'll see.
Sooner or
you
later,
are getting better.
You'll get a proficiency.
11. You are getting better, and he actually raises his eyebrows a bit as you make a couple good moves and steal the first piece, actually. And he's like, okay, go ahead and go again.
Ooh, natural 1. I get a little too cocky, and I'm just like, hey, you didn't even know, old man, that I had some moves.
You get cocky and you're moving your pieces around. You actually end up stealing one of his, and right when you were about to like jump on that train of self-congratulation and whatnot, he takes 3 of yours consecutively. And but the one you took was a pretty good piece though, and he winces as you do to take it, and he continues making his moves. Go ahead, one more.
Gosh, dang. Okay, that's a 3.
A 3?
My rolls are
hun.
Honestly,
Better a 3 on a Dragon Chess game than on that saving throw.
What'd you say, Liz?
Sorry, mine have been bad too, just not as bad. But he as you keep on going and you're losing track of like, wait a minute, I had a plan, but now I lost the plan when you took all those 3 pieces, and you're trying to bring it back based on the things that you've learned so far. But he ends up sealing the deal and taking your pieces one after another, leaving you in a pretty bare checkmate at the end. And he settles his hands on the table at that moment, and he goes, maybe I should go easy on you next time you come down. But it has been quite the pleasure, Kanari. You're getting better, I promise.
You just watch out. When I come back, you'll I'll wipe the floor with you. So
I look forward to it. When you do, perhaps you could take this set off my hands. I've been wanting to try to make another one, maybe out of something a bit harder than wood.
I would be honored. So take care of yourself. I expect you to be here when I come back.
You too, Kanari. And one more thing, and he grabs your wrist, kind of leans in a bit, and under his breath whispers, but he knows it'll travel to you and you'll be able to hear. And he says, and remember, the acolytes and everything they teach is based not on truth or good, but on lies and wickedness. Remember that. Don't be pulled in again. As he leans back.
Thank you. Says it. Thank you. I remember your words. Take care.
And he waves at you again needlessly as you walk away.
We're both
you don't know.
Even more needlessly because she's blind.
Exactly.
Would I realize, or would we have talked about how, is he the only one, like, is this like a game he created, or would I be able to get my own kind of
You'll be
version
able to get your own.
And practice it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yes,
well then at some point she intends to get her own version of the game and practice it.
Okay.
She wants to beat him at some point.
What's it called? Do you want to seek that out now, or do you want to seek that out at a different time?
I could do a quick roll, see if I find, or whatever you want, see if I find it, and then if not,
go ahead and roll me a d6. And even they have one at the store. Odd they don't. It's not super popular here necessarily. Yeah. It's just a game that you'll see every now and then. 4. 4?
Yeah.
You find a set. It's not a very professionally made set necessarily, but it does the job.
And practice with.
The pieces that you find, some of them are a little too similar, but you can tell the difference between them. And what's it called? You now can add a dragon chess board to your inventory. Go ahead and mark off. Let's see. Just 4 silvers. 4 silvers for this set.
Kanari probably takes like her dagger and differentiates some of them a little more anyway, just for her own ease of knowing which one's which.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Carhale. Sorry. Nemo. What would you like to do before sunset?
So we're leaving at sunset?
Yes.
So we're traveling through the night?
Uh-huh. And you guys, so the first night, you guys are be basically staying up all the way through the night, and then you'll sleep during the day to try to reset your clocks.
Yeah. So I was going to go to the herbalist shop and see if I could pick up any see if I could pick up some flint or some explosive powder maybe.
What kind of business do you think Lorkai runs?
If you did go to the herbalist shop, they would direct you to more like the general store, but it's simple enough to get to anyhow.
Okay.
So you wanted to buy some flint and
or even some like pine tar.
So something flammable, like just oil or
just
something.
a little bit of
See, they would definitely have pine tar there though, so you could buy a jar of pine tar.
I'll just get a little bit of that. Yeah.
Okay, that'll be just 2 copper.
Okay.
So you can add the jar of pine tar to your stuff.
And then after that, I am just going to sleep the rest of the day, so I'm not exhausted later at night.
Big brain, big brain. Karhale?
Do I even have to say where I'm going?
I would say you went with Nemo all the way up.
Near, far, wherever.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
You get back to the herbalist shop.
Helpful.
And walking in, Nemo goes straight for the getting his tar and whatnot. Jaskier is behind the desk, and he looks up as you guys come in, and there's like open relief on his face that you did stop by again, and he goes, "Oh, hey, Karhale. Sorry I wasn't here this morning. I was getting things in order for myself." And he kind of motions over his shoulder. There's a duffel that's sitting in the corner of the room that's been put together and whatnot.
So you're leaving tomorrow, then?
Tomorrow evening, yeah. I'm actually gonna have to go to the military base itself tonight, though, to make sure that I have things in order there as well.
Well, I mean, it's kind of convenient. I'm apparently leaving tonight, anyways. That's
yeah, pretty convenient.
News to me. I definitely thought I had a bit more time than I did.
We all tend to think that, huh? Actually, on that note, you know the festival that I invited you to, I completely thought it was later than it was, and it's actually in a couple weeks, so that's not gonna be able to happen anyway.
Yeah, I hope you're happy. I did have to ask someone, because when you asked me about that, it made me realize I had no idea what day it was or even what month it was. I felt quite ridiculous having to
I
ask.
mean, if you don't celebrate it, then why would you, you know? But yeah, it's the 24th of Ilgop. It's in a couple weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll kind of be in Havar then.
Honestly, probably same. I'm not there, but elsewhere.
Well, that was disappointing.
Yeah, yes, it was. But if you do swing up here, I'd hope I'm down here too. Maybe we could do something. I don't know. Get another drink, maybe.
Or we could do that now.
Oh, and he kind of looks back at the shop, and he goes, would you be okay just staying here? I don't have anyone else to watch the shop right now.
And
a little picnic on the floor.
I pulled a bottle of rum out of my bag. Well,
his eyebrows raise. He's like, it's like 12 p.m.
And
you only live once.
No questions. Nothing. Yeah. And he goes over, and he pulls out what looks to be like a lower, like cushioned chair, no back on it, but he pulls it out from the back room. You recognize it as something that had been in their main room. And he pulls out another one and everything, pulls it up to the counter so you guys can sit instead of just standing. And he goes, 5-star restaurant, basically. I have some food that I was planning to eat for lunch. I could give you half of. Just some leftovers from
Is it
last
spaghetti?
night.
Tell me it's spaghetti.
It is their equivalent of spaghetti. It's their equivalent of one of
guys.
those easy to throw together meals that just everyone
Just
eats for
slurping
lunch,
the noodles.
for dinner. Yeah.
To answer Nemo's question, I am most certainly getting day drunk because that is what I do.
Dang
Beautiful.
it! I was hoping it.
Wait, what? Oh, you mean wait,
Oh wait, was that?
Josh's question?
Oh, Josh's. Just kidding. I misread.
I wanted the second option. Just kidding. Anyway.
No.
No, guys, we got 2 ship names for him. Either Jarhale, which is that's okay, or Caskier. And I really like Caskier. Like I don't know.
Caskier. That
Caskier.
sounds
Gotta friggin-
awesome. That's a great name.
I'm voting
actually.
Jarhale.
Are you?
Jarhale sounds like
Like Jolly Rancher or something.
yeah.
Yeah, it does. That's why I'm voting that way.
Thanks.
I love Caskier though. That's great.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
This is appreciative.
We love seeing people
Jarhale
in love.
Caskier continues for this afternoon. You guys trading the drinks back and forth. He actually mixes his own a tea thing. They just kind of throws together and mix it into the rum, and you guys both try it, and it tastes awful. Just the worst thing. And he
Bummer.
spits it out on immediate intake. And he's
I
like,
chug it.
I would have thought you really don't have to. It's fine. It's not offensive.
This is good rum. It does not go to waste. And I'll
And
down his.
he tries to down it too, and it's a struggle, but he makes it, and he's laughing at the end.
So tell me, that scar, is that a 1-drink story or a 5-drink story?
Which scar?
The one on his face that you described when you first described him.
Ah, gotcha.
That one.
He does have like other scars, like there's some on his wrists, some on his hands and whatnot. That's just like the immediately.
I would have
visual
pointed
one.
to the one on his face.
I'd like to say it's a cool story that puts me in a great heroic light, but honestly, it's kind of embarrassing. This was back when I was training in the different herb things with Lorkai. I didn't end up taking to it. I was more of a numbers kind of kid. But she was teaching me how to put together, it was pine tar and a bunch of other things that I can't remember now. It was supposed to be a mix that would eventually, it would make a glue that would hold against almost anything. It was one of the strongest glues you could make. One of the ingredients you needed was part of, it was a grinded up talon from a specific bird. What was it called? It was a kind of hawk, and the hawk itself, Lorkai, when she was a bit younger, took me to. She's kind of an adventurer herself. She would go places people wouldn't normally go to get her ingredients. That's why she was able to create so many wildly different things, which you'll read about, I'm sure. How's the book actually going?
What?
How's the book going, by the way? Have you started it yet?
I was kind of saving it for the trip. It's gonna be
completely
trip.
understandable. Yeah.
It's not that long of a book. I wanted to pace myself so I don't run out of reading materials. It's gonna be a long trip.
This hawk I had to climb up to get to, and while I was up there, the bird itself had been away from the nest, and I was checking through its nest to see if maybe it left behind some residual talons. One of them it did, and then I actually picked up a couple of the eggs, thinking, hey, maybe I could make some sort of meal with this. I don't know. I pocketed those, went back down. On my way down, one of its predators, I don't even know what it was called, but it was climbing up the side. It's kind of like like halfway between a ferret and a raccoon, and that attacked me, and I was almost at the bottom, and I fell. And as I was wrestling with the little thing, I wish I'd slashed my face on like a rock going down, but I didn't. Once I got down, I was pretty bruised. And when I got back to my horse, I actually just slashed my face on a like broken piece of the saddle itself as I was going up because I slipped, and yeah, it was really dumb. The story itself, though, yeah.
I do happen to really like scars. Mostly, well, they make you look cool, first of all, but mostly because of the stories. Bravery, stupidity, pain.
I will say that those eggs did end up tasting real nice.
Yeah.
And how many drinks to see all of your scars?
That's like probably a 10 drink because it involved me taking my shirt off.
I feel like it would be an extra jug.
Yeah, I've only got one bottle, so
I see what you did there.
An extra jug.
Stop. She wears a wrap top, and then she got the tunic over it.
Okay, bring it back in.
You're literally the worst.
Yes. So, your guys' afternoon is very lovely. Going back and forth. Roll me a general just charisma check for how this afternoon has gone for you.
Okay, I've never rolled a charisma check in my life. What am I doing? It's plus nothing. It's not. It's
Would
a
that
19.
be an advantage?
Oh, it's a 19.
Yeah, it would be at an advantage. At advantage, just because Jaskier, he's into you. That gives him advantage too. He is super awkward the entire afternoon, but like just the different stories he tells, they aren't well worded. He's kind of stumbling over what he's trying to say a lot of the time, and he's trying to like it's awkward a bit on his end. And yours?
Does anyone want to hear what I rolled? Because I rolled a 19 and a natural 20.
Wow.
Dude,
Get it, girl! Get it, girl!
You have all the stories. You are telling, like, he has stars in his eyes from the things, just everything that you are. And by the end of this, like, afternoon, he's besotted.
You're gonna leave and never come back and break this poor boy's heart, and he'll never love somebody else ever again.
He's like, leaving too.
What?
He's leaving too.
But no one will ever compare to you now, and then he'll just be like,
I know. I'm just that great.
Just send him a Dear John letter, and he'll get over it. You know.
I'm not sending him that kind of letter. I'm not a terrible person.
He's just gonna continue pining for you, and yep.
Dear sir, I hope this letter finds you in good
and a good enough position.
and a prosperous
not
enough
that
position.
one. Not that one. Nope.
That's a Dear John.
Not that one. I'm not married, so it's fine. Well, she's not married. I'm married. She's not.
Oh, that's right. You are. That's weird. Sorry, my brain totally anyway.
Hey,
That's
I
so
have
funny.
free license to flirt with Liz as much as I want.
He is in love with you by the end of this afternoon. Like, he's just like the gaze that he's turning on you, you're realizing is very like, oh, there's pressure there. And you're like, oh, okay, that's like more than I might have been expecting. You're like that guy that like gets a girl to fall in love with you and she's like completely in, and then he realizes, oh crap, she is like into me, and what do I do?
This is fine.
Girl, you know, we haven't known each other for very long or anything, but just tell me if you're ever back in town, okay? I'll be here if I'm in town, you know.
You know, you don't need to make an excuse to see me again. You could just ask. I'm finding myself running low on people who don't hate me, and I'm pretty sure you don't. It's nice to be around people who don't hate you.
Yeah. Very pleasant. Yeah. Then next, I just don't know when I'll be here, so I'll send maybe a letter to.
Oh, I did. I asked about that. He's the. This isn't Carhale stumbling. This is Aaron stumbling. This is Aaron having anxiety right now.
Oh, you're fine. Do you want to send it to
boy?
the real
fine.
I wrote it down.
The Woods Keep.
The Woods Keep. Do you want to do that one?
Yeah. That one.
Okay. The Woods Keep in Aralt. Okay. Then I'll send a letter down there when I'm back in town.
Words. Words. I had words. I pictured this conversation going so much differently.
But do you have more than words?
I have words. I literally had stuff written down that I wanted to say, and this was not how it went. There was just one thing that I wasn't sure if I am remembering this wrong, but when we first got drinks a couple of days ago, you said you were getting deployed in the West on some sort of covert mission, and then after that you started telling me that you're going to be deployed in the South. So either your plans changed in the matter of a day, or you lied to me.
Yeah, sorry about that. It was less intentional that I told you the thing about the West in the first place. I was kind of off guard. I think I might have had a little drink in me at that point, but truth is, I am being deployed to the West. It's just I would rather my family not know that. They'll be worried, and it'll be worse on them if they think that I'm not coming back. So if it happens that I don't, then that's just what happens. But they don't have to suffer in the interim. Sorry, what?
Is the West?
The West is the main place where everything's like
it's
breaking
further
out
inland.
and fighting.
West is more inland towards the Asian Sea.
No, rather, you guys are at the north. The initial. So the town you guys heard about that was wiped out by orcs, that's in the west. It's still on the northern border. You guys are all on the northern border. You're kind of like up, like this. You're at a city that's about here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That whole thing went down about over here, kind of thing. So it's just a little to the west and everything. So he's being deployed to go fight over there.
Where we came from like the Dow, that's to the east of here, right?
Yeah, northeast. Yeah, it's up and a little bit to the side. Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. So this town has not been attacked yet, but it probably will soon, kind of deal, because it's near where the bad guys are.
So I'm looking at the map. Are we at this town that's like kind of at the base of the mountains there?
There's one that has a surrounding like gate. You're not at that one. You're at the one farther
Right.
east. Okay.
Right.
Then
Yeah.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so it's yeah, basically he didn't want them to know that he was going to be in the main fray, like at the front lines. He wanted them to think he was going down south to where it was more of a guard position type of deal, and they wouldn't be worried about his life being in danger.
Of course you did that. Of course you did. That's fine. I was talking to Liz, by the way.
Oh, okay. And he goes, sorry about the lie there. It's just I wanted to keep it consistent, and I forgot that I told you that.
I mean, that's all right as long as you had a good reason, which I figured you did. It's a shame about the festival, though. I've never actually celebrated it.
It's honestly not too crazy of a festival. I personally enjoy the Tribulation Festival more. It's kind of more engaging and wild, but it's definitely a more romantic one. Depends on your intentions of going, and it's definitely more pleasant of festivals.
It was more the concept behind it that I thought was interesting. You said it's about forging connections. My father always told me that his he told it in kind of like a legend kind of way, like a campfire story, and how people are connected to each other by a tangle of invisible threads that gets woven together. So like on the back you see it's just a tangled mess, but on the front it's a beautiful tapestry. It's the world has a way of pulling people in the direction they're supposed to go, whether they like it or not. He just would always say, if you feel someone, if you feel a thread pulling you somewhere or to someone, you follow it. And I think this thread, whatever it is, might be worth following.
That's a really great story, and I think it would be too. So follow this thread where it goes then?
Sure.
I would say that I'd prefer something a little thicker, stronger, maybe. Like, I don't know, like a rope. I feel like...
life doesn't work that way.
True.
Life is fragile. That's what makes it beautiful.
Well, then I guess we'll see how this turns out then. Beautiful tapestry or ruined design, but I'm willing to see it through if it could work. I should probably get back to work. And throughout this whole like afternoon, by the way, like you guys have been kind of just sitting there. People have kind of like walked in periodically, and then like seen you guys been like kind of like hunched together, talking and whatnot, and like left instead of coming in and engaging and whatnot.
I'm costing them business. I feel kind of bad now.
He has it. It's no what's it called? No something off his back.
Skin off his sweat off his back.
Sweat off his back. Is that what?
Water
Sweat, yeah, no sweat off his
I
back.
don't know.
But skin off his nose is probably more
That's
what
the.
you're
I think it's the
looking
same thing. I think it means the same thing.
for. Yeah,
I think it is.
I think. Anyway,
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't know who I thought I kind of was like, oh, could Harley go for this person, yada yada. But I'm honestly rooting for them. Like they're end game at this point, and I really, really hope that this comes back around.
37%.
Like I did not. I thought, oh my gosh, this is
At this
random
point,
guy. This is funny, and now I'm like,
there
I
are
will
going
say-
to be roles about whether he survives. Like this will
I
be,
will be
a situation of
devastated.
determining whether
We
he
We
makes
will
it
all
out.
be
we
devastated.
will be so dead.
Um,
Oh my God.
On the
we'll
other
never
hand,
know. It'll be at the
would
end of the
still be
campaign.
a great
we'll find
point.
out.
no,
that
and
would
then even worse.
And then this sets Carholly off on a path to find a way to resurrect him, and then she just.
She becomes a
Yep.
necromancer.
Yeah,
She's the
Yeah,
BBG
she
for the
cracks.
next campaign.
I say she becomes
I
the BBG for the next campaign because she's like my love. Yeah.
I
She
have,
basically becomes Salem from Ruby.
I have lost.
Isabel told me that
That's what
story.
I told Liz about that, and that's
I
literally
love
what I was
that
thinking just now. I
so
was like,
much.
Oh, it's
"That's
such a good
Ruby."
story.
It is.
That was
I'm so sorry
great.
for anybody who has not seen that far. There is spoilers there. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, I only started watching
Art
this
style
you were on,
ruins
so.
it. I can't watch anymore.
I know.
Hmm.
Wait, what's wrong?
I've-
Wait, why can't you watch it?
Oh, I just don't like the art style.
Yeah, I mean, it
I
definitely
don't know what the art style is,
improved,
so
but
I'll
like
have to
the
find out,
first
but-
It's
season was
American.
bad.
It's just American.
Oh, is it? Ooh.
Yeah, the first season's animation was. They were
Uh-huh.
making it on like zero budget. They had to make like
Yeah.
12-minute episodes
Well,
or
it
something
was
crazy.
the first big time American animated. Whatever.
But it gets
it
better.
was.
The animation later on is not as. I don't think
Yeah, it's not bad. Like by like
And then, like,
season
sometimes
8,
you can get used to it too. Like,
season
there's
It's like
some
Mob
animes where I'm
Psycho.
like,
Mob
how
Psycho
did I
is the
watch this all the way
ugliest
through?
animation I've ever seen, but it's enthralling. It captures.
Which
you.
one?
Mob Psycho 100. Where they're just.
I
all
heard
ugly.
about that
Everyone's
from a
ugly.
coworker actually just recently, and they really talked it up, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll watch it.
It's a great story, but it's animation.
It's like about a psychic who's pretending to be a psychic, but there are like, but he is a whole thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
anyway,
Anyway, sorry.
Wait, so
we derailed that.
they are a psychic, but they're pretending to be one.
No,
he like has the
it's a
ability to
wand.
make up for it or something like that. Like he has skills to make up for it or something.
So
So
psych.
it's
No,
like-
the
I haven't seen it. I remember him telling me this though.
the guy who's like pseudo main character has no psychic ability. at
Pseudo
all.
main
But the
character.
true main character is like a really powerful psychic.
Interesting.
But he
Fair
doesn't
enough.
understand that he's powerful, and the guy who's pretending is like his trainer. And so he's training him how to be a psychic, even though he has no abilities of himself.
Pokemon?
And the kid is beyond powerful.
Funny.
So
I like that. I like that a lot. Anyway, okay. So back to this. Yeah, Jaskier is totally chill with the loss of business in this. Lilac at some point has kind of come in and he almost like got into an argument with her and everything at the time, but broke it off and didn't engage basically, and she just kind of swept in and swept out. But yeah, end of the evening. Was there anything else you wanted to tell him before leaving?
I think that was kind of it. I had like one more thing that I'll probably say as I'm leaving, but
Well, Carly, I've been it's been a surprise to meet you, and honestly, anyone else from Samhain that I've run into or had the misfortune, no offense, of meeting, has not ever been as normal or interesting as you, I guess. And by normal, I mean that very
that
loosely.
is a word I have never gotten. I've never been called normal.
Normal is not quite the word. How about grounded?
Grounded. There. That sounds like a good trait I don't mind having because, I kind of pride myself on not being normal.
And I've been wanting to ask for a while. What are you?
Marry me.
Just
Make a guess. I'm curious to see what your guess would be.
I don't know. Do you have something in your magic in your blood, maybe?
I actually don't know. I don't know the answer to that, actually. Maybe. From what I know, 1 part Goliath, 1 part stone giant. Stone giant-ish.
I've never had the misfortune of running into one, but maybe it wouldn't be that unfortunate if
I have actually. They're kind of jerks. Besides my mom. My mom's obviously not a jerk. She's the best person in the whole of creation. But that's besides the point. She's not exactly stone giant. It's way back somewhere in generations we don't know about. Something weird. Stone giant, I don't know. If it was magic in my blood, would that be a problem?
I mean,
Magic
no,
baby.
unless not to me anyway. I guess I just wanted to know if I'd be getting myself into something. Well, nonetheless, I'm already in. So
I'm sorry, what?
I'm gonna kind of rub off the little bit of charcoal that I have covering my blue crystals on my jawline and on my temples. It's just, I'm not trying to deceive people. I'm just trying to attempt to not get arrested or killed on sight.
yeah, no, I
Honestly,
I get that.
if my mother knew if I did that, she would have my hide.
Mothers are tough ones to disappoint sometimes. Yeah.
It's something that my father loved about her and about me is he believes that being different gave you an edge. It makes you special. And it's what makes you strong. And I've always been proud of that, but since traveling to more towns like this makes me a bit nervous to be just who I am.
This country's not that kind to being different. And I've known some good people, different people, over my time here, and some of them didn't fare too well because of that. And this country, it used to not be a part of Tal and all the crazy stuff that's represented by it. It used to be its own thing. Veal was don't bring up that name, of course. I mean, you'd know. But it was a beautifully accepting country of all kinds of things, and it's changed. But
Do you think
I think as long as your heart's in the right place, it doesn't matter.
Do you think it's changed for the worse or for the better?
Might be safer not to give out that opinion for both of us.
It's me.
I'd say that this country has a ways to go to being something that Taylor would be proud of, honestly.
DM question. Are there people in Tall who don't worship Taylor?
Yeah, most definitely. But everyone will claim to worship Taylor.
Okay.
Most everyone, unless there's the stray rogue who's rebelling and is about to get themselves executed, but like what's it called? Some people will secretly worship Asian, some people will secretly worship Shinyu, depending on their own personal preferences and whatnot. But it'll have to stay in secret, and it'll have to be under the guise of worshiping Taylor.
Like back in the olden days, everybody was a part of the Church of England, but were they really?
Were they really?
And they have inquisitors to determine whether or not certain people are worshiping correctly and whatnot.
Yeah, like Delvin.
Part of that group, taking down big assassination groups and destroying the evil in our country, rooting out the vile wickedness from within.
Mhm.
Not too far from the mark, honestly. But yeah. So he definitely has a reticent disappointment within his country, seemingly.
Okay.
Still like that mindset, or no. And he actually leans over though, and he goes, "That's not to say it can't be changed again. If it Tall, from some of Lorcai's stories from when she was little and Veal wasn't a part of Tal. It used to be known as a very morally upright, very straightforward country that had the best interests of those around them at heart. And things changed almost suddenly, and then it wasn't anymore. And yeah, just to say that it changed once, it can change again. And I have hopes that it will. Maybe I can be a part of that.
I have to tell you something.
We're getting a divorce.
I'm not from Samhain.
Yeah.
I'm from Cal. The Lakes Keep reservation beneath Talai, Lake Keratonis.
I don't know it.
But you're about to go into the West.
Actually, where is Talai?
Talai is in Cal. It's like other side of the country.
Is it like the entire west? Is it like the west coast, or is it like near the?
It would be right below Elithkar, basically.
No, I mean like, how close is it between like the Asian Sea and the coast?
Not very close. You would never have gone to the Asian Sea on your own.
I was saying, like, is it closer to the ocean or closer to the Asian Sea?
I'd say it's about in the center.
Okay, like central, north central.
Yeah.
Okay. I never wanted to deceive you, and when I first told you that I'm from Samhain, I was telling a fib to a stranger to keep me from being automatically suspicious or arrested. But Jas, you're not a stranger anymore, and I've wanted to tell you for a while, but I'm ashamed to say I was a coward. And you know, I don't pull my punches. So I am being as upfront and sincere with you as I can be. Because life is fragile, and whatever this is, I don't want to screw it up for something as stupid as where I'm from. Calm yourself, Isabel.
I'm so here for this like reckless abandon, life's too short romance. Like,
Yeah.
Like, screw the caravan. Like, what?
right? Let's just bear this out.
Run away with me.
Come home with
Can I-
me.
New campaign. We're
Can I
just
just-
helping Carholly and Jaskier run away together.
Yeah.
Can I just
Okay,
have a moment? I'll right back. And he kind of gets up and he goes off into the back room. And there a minute
Please don't be-
passes.
I hope I'm not getting arrested, man.
A second minute passes. A third.
How much would you hate if Echo interrupted here? And then burst right back out, just like in out.
Hey, what's up?
Basically.
There's a couple minutes. You could totally burst in.
I pour myself a tall drink and work on
This
it.
is the last of your rum, by the way. This is it.
Oh crap, I'm gonna have to get another bottle.
So this happens. Echo runs in. Thought I'd find you here. Could you all right. I can't explain now. I'll explain later. Just punch me a couple good times.
And I will punch him in the face.
I will take damage or whatever. Like it's totally fine with me. I'm taking.
Oh
these
yeah.
punches.
Like all of the strength. Like what is your strength? What would that be, Carly? You roll for it, right? Like a D4 plus
I'm rolling an
something.
attack.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, no, he's just taking it. You don't have to roll to hit.
Oh,
but, like,
okay.
What is this damage that you are doing?
Here, wait. Let me
Just-
check.
Leave me able to walk.
No promises. Is this a bad time to tell you that I took the tavern brawler feat?
No, go for it.
So
For a second, I was very
Just
confused.
one?
I was like, oh yeah.
just hit you once, or
Hit me once. We'll see how. Hit me once. We'll start there.
that's 8 bludgeoning damage to your face.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Okay.
That was
let me
max
see what my
damage, by
HP
the
is.
way.
That is just like spittle out the side, like a little bit of blood, maybe. Not a tooth, but it was close.
I'm gonna clasp his shoulder. Thank you.
All right.
I needed
Again?
that. Again?
Again, like gut, shoulder, not the face again, please.
So I'll punch him in the shoulder. I'll punch him in the shoulder, I guess.
All right.
Like the breath all out of him.
It's another 8.
Locates a bit.
Oh.
Has to be like pushed back into
Alright.
place.
I've never
It's
rolled
like
max
a little
damage.
bit of blood. Just
I've never
That's
rolled
enough.
max damage twice in a row. Oh, that
That's
brings
enough.
me so much joy.
all right.
It's perfect for this moment, though. Just the frustration.
That's good. I'm not sure how much more of that I can take. All right, and I'll explain later. I've got to do a thing, and just run, kind of like staggers, limps back out.
Bye.
And
Is that where he got looking beat up when he went to approach the guy? When you went to approach the...
This is for something a little bit different because
Oh,
that was like
unrelated?
disguise kit, but I didn't do very well, so I needed something a little more authentic for this.
Okay. Just curious.
Jaskier just comes back in and there's just blood on the floor. Like,
oh, Jassier comes back in and he kind of sees Echo limping out and everything. He goes, Was there a customer that I missed?
No.
Just a friend.
All right,
Just-
I'm getting some feedback. Is anybody else hearing
Oh,
that?
I am as well.
Is that me?
Probably, maybe.
Weird. It's been going this whole.
Mute
It's been.
yourself for a
Yeah.
second.
I don't know.
It sounds
Oh.
really cool, like a dream sequence kind of thing.
Yeah, that was you. I don't know why. It does sound like a dream sequence.
Maybe just because you had your mic, right? Can you just move it a little bit farther away from the computer?
It's on the edge, away from. I can just switch to my headphones. It's fine.
That is so weird though, because it was perfectly fine for that whole time.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
don't mean to be the guy to bring it up.
No,
No, it's
you're completely fine.
fine.
It was like I hadn't brought it up because it hadn't registered yet, but I had heard it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have a problem. I just prefer hearing without my headphones.
Mhm.
My hearing's not great.
Yeah, he comes back inside, and like sees him stagger out, confusion, whatever, and he goes, honestly, it's I mean, what you told me was like really dangerous for you and for me, and
What does that say about me?
Thrill seeker.
I feel like I know you, and that's great. I also Carly, you're amazing, and I count myself very lucky to have met you, and I'm kind of staggering a bit,
feel
but
like
it's
I know where this is going. I'll leave.
no. It's just I feel like that might endanger my family, and I my family is more important than anything I personally might want. So maybe this thread isn't the one that might be the best for us to pursue. And I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
Girl, you didn't need him. He's not good enough for you.
Run away. Just run away together. They can't hurt you if you're not there.
If it's any consolation, I technically don't live there anymore. I'm kind of exiled, if that's any consolation. I'm gonna go.
Yeah. I'll see you around. And he kind of goes into the back room too.
You won't. And I'm gonna leave.
This man
There's
doesn't
no
write her
answer
with
to that.
Freaking change in heart.
Say it again.
I said, if this man doesn't write her with freaking change of heart, I'll lose my crap.
We need one of those airport scenes, you know, where she's about to get on her flight and they're like, no, wait, I've changed my mind. I'm sorry. Like, it's okay. We'll figure it out.
As you step out the front door, and the door starts kind of creaking shut behind you. You do hear a just a kind of a stunted Carhale, and he does come to the door, and he opens it, and his face is shuttered and very like it's hard to decipher what's going on in his face. And he goes here, and he hands you just a jar, and he goes, that's something that might help out in the future. It's it helps with battles and whatnot. I made it the other day for a different. I just stay safe. And good luck.
Just one last thing. I just needed to say, since last winter, I've had a seemingly endless stream of bad luck. Strange as it seems,
And he winces.
I still find myself hoping for the best, even though it so rarely arrives. And
it's like every time it's just a wince and like
and
twitch.
No, this is even more. And when it does, I tend to lose it fairly quickly. I just, all that to say, you and Lorkai are the only good luck I've come into since then, and I wanted to say thank you. And stay safe. Your family needs you. And I'm gonna walk away.
And he opens his mouth to say something, but he doesn't know what to say as you step away. And he just kind of stays in the doorway as you're walking down the street.
I did leave on the counter while he was out there. I just scribbled a note and left it on the counter there. And next time anyone sees me, you might notice that the smallest claw on the far side of her necklace is missing.
Aww. Mm-hmm.
It needed to be more heart-wrenching. If anybody wants to know what the note says, I wrote this for the session. Actually, that bit that I just said there, I wrote that before the session because I knew once I got here, I would blank. It just says, oh, it changed. I edited it and now it's different and I don't like it as much. I'll get back to you on that.
No worries. Okay, so Carhale, you make your way to the meeting place at sunset. Kanari, you had already done what you wanted to do. Nemo, I believe as well, you had slept. Atoll ends up waking you up at the designated time, goes back to the tavern to find you and everything when it's getting closer to sunset. And Atoll shakes you awake at that point. She's like, hey, you should probably get ready to go because we're going to be heading out to the meeting place soon. She's saying this as she's knocking on the door, actually, because she doesn't have a key to your place. Do you get up and meet her and everything?
Yeah.
She's actually she'll post you inside, and so this morning I kind of showed Carhale, and she said that there was something, but she didn't know what it said, so like I was thinking maybe
I thought you weren't gonna tell anyone else.
I don't know. It's just you guys are the only people who I can tell that aren't gonna like want to kill me. So I don't know. But just look at this and tell me what you think. I don't. And so she turns around and like pulls back, like down the back of her tunic to show you, and part of it's still kind of like covered up because the tunic, she can't pull it off all the way to the side, but like you do see a strip of script across her back that you cannot read.
You said there was like a symbol, right?
No, this is script.
Oh, this is script.
The baby meta style, Carhali has a transcribed version of the symbol that's on the baby, but this is script. And go ahead and roll me a.
Can I recognize what language it could be?
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
An intelligence check.
Yes, actually, religion or arcana, your choice.
This is for the intelligence.
Uh-huh.
Both are -1, so that'll be a 13.
13. It looks like something you've seen in the kind of script it is. Looks like something you might have seen at school before. But it's in the Legends and Mythos class. But it's hard to tell which one it might have been. There were a couple languages shown. A couple of archaic ones and whatnot. But it's something old and something... It's not the language of magic, at least.
I've never seen anything like this. Maybe if you could have Carhali write it down, maybe that would help me. It's hard for me to focus right now. So you don't know when you got this?
Okay, so after talking to Carhali a bit, and she got onto like a thing about maybe the gods and stuff, and well, back when I saved your life in the storm, there was a moment where I kind of didn't want to because I thought you were bad, evil, and stuff. So there was a moment where I almost didn't. No offense, I wouldn't do that now. It's just at the time, you know. But I did anyway, and I wanted to help the other two, even though I thought maybe they might have been shaitan as well. And I don't know. There was a moment where I kind of thought I was making it up, and I kind of maybe I wasn't, but I don't know. I thought about protecting people who, even those I hate, and those who couldn't protect themselves, and I don't know, something changed in that moment. And I thought it was more just me. And when I was in the storm and I went out to get, I think, Kanari, in that moment I felt like stronger and like faster and better than I had been before, and it felt good, but also I don't know, like I was given something that I needed to help you guys in that moment. And I don't know who gave it to me, but I think that might be what this is, maybe. I don't know.
Here, sit down for me, Atoll. I'm gonna do something. This might hurt a little bit. Fair warning, but don't worry. Any damage you now.
Yeah. That's how I'm feeling too.
Any damage I can help,
stings.
or you can. I guess since now you have this ability, you can help yourself. I'm gonna soul touch her and attempt to see any magical effect that there is on
Okay.
her.
And there's a grunt of pain, but she just suffers it and doesn't pull away or anything as you do. And you reach in, and the soul that you find is, especially in comparison to the last time you did this, it's beautiful. It is golden, bright, and as you're there and you're sensing just everything that she is, you feel an additional. It's hard to describe for you because it's all in your mind and your own soul that you're feeling this, but almost like an additional fuel on top of whatever she is, and it feels divine.
Does it feel anything like my own special fuel?
Roll a perception check, and this will be like a soul perception.
Perception, that is an 18.
18. As you're sensing this, it's different, dramatically different, and you get the sense that whatever it is that your soul has, the energy that's coursing around yours and suffocating it and brightening it at the same time, it's not divine, but it's not the opposite, it's in between. Hers is definitively divine.
Okay. Interesting.
And it's barely there. There's like only a little bit.
Okay. You said you don't pray or anything like that for this ability, right?
I didn't know. I mean, maybe in the moment I might have prayed, like, please help me, get them out. But like everyone does that, so I don't know.
Okay, well, yeah, don't say anything to anyone else.
Did you guys ever tell Atoll that you guys had that vision during the storm?
Vision?
No.
When you guys got knocked out?
We did not.
Yeah, you guys never did. Okay.
We had a vision?
For some reason, that she was a part of it, kind of, in my brain. Like, I mean, I didn't.
I did too.
Adahi was. She was
Right. Right.
She
Vision
never went
about-
unconscious in that
Oh,
moment.
When we went to that weird, like,
That's right, with the weird
Between-
blob monsters,
yeah.
right?
that white, like, where we were like little kids, basically.
Mhm.
Or
Cool.
was she part of the vision in the testing room where we were taken up to that hill, looking over that city?
She was out.
All right. Which we never really know what those were for either. Anyway, it's a little weird, but moving on.
Well, we need to go. Yeah, don't
Yeah, we should go. And she starts
tell
like
anyone
getting-
else. We'll help you figure this out.
Oh, okay. I wasn't intending to. Kind of. I mean, if it's not from like Taylor, like Carholly, I think thinks, then it could be bad. I don't. Yeah.
I'm
Let's
pretty
go.
sure it has something to do with one of the gods.
Okay. That's.
Whether that's
Great.
good or bad,
Mm-hmm. So she gets your stuff together quicker than you might have. And she kind of like bundles you out to go meet up. So all of you guys at the southern gate with all your stuff, the Mumbel.
Cool.
Yes. Oh, coffee. You wanted to pick up coffee, right?
Me?
And another bottle of rum.
Okay. So
Actually,
both of those things. Go ahead
a
and
bottle
just
of
mark off.
rum and a bottle of gin.
Those two, go ahead and mark off 2 silver. 2 silver per. And then Actually, were you getting like some nice rum engine
It's
or
like-
like just cheap? Okay, so go ahead and
I
just mark
probably
off-
wouldn't have gotten like the cheapest, but I would
Mhm.
have gotten like not the nicest.
Okay, silver and for like 5 coppers kind of thing. Silver and 5 coppers for those. The coffee itself, go ahead and mark off 2 silver for that, and you can use Kanari's tea set if she lets you.
Okay.
You're gonna violate my tea set with coffee. We'll see. We'll see what happens when you ask her.
After I was done getting that, I'm going back.
Oh, okay. You are cutting it close time-wise, by the way, at this point.
I can live with that.
yeah. Everyone, you guys have all like met up, and Karhale is not there. As a side note, but yeah,
I will run after that. I'm gonna knock on the door.
It takes a couple knocks, but the door opens as hi, can I help you? And it's Jaskier again. He's looking really frazzled, like just disheveled, and yeah. He sees you and it's complete like just shock.
Don't say anything. Let me get through this. I've lost everything because of someone else's war. I don't care to lose anyone else. I never dreamed that I could find someone so amazing through all of this. If I came out of this mess with you, it would have been worth it. Right now, I've got nothing to lose. So I'm here, hands shaking, heart about to beat out of my chest, asking you to just think about it. If you change your mind, you know where I'll be. If I don't hear from you, I swear you'll never see me again. And I walk away.
And he's about to say something again, but it kind of just locked in his throat again. And yeah, you don't hear the door close until you're out of earshot.
I turn and look back.
And he's just standing there watching you leave. It's dark at this point. It's hard to tell what expressions are on his face, but he's there.
I stop for a second and keep going.
Okay. The rest of you guys are
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Okay, so wait a minute. So a toll has some kind of writing, like language up on her back. The baby had a symbol on its foot. And just out of character, so we can surmise that symbol kind of denotes some magical element to the baby.
Yes.
Okay. But it's not the same kind of thing as what a toll has.
It is not the same thing.
Okay. Cool.
And would it be alright if we resolve that thing really quick?
Yes.
Just because that would definitely have happened before everybody like met back up and stuff. I basically went straight from Karhale hit me to there. I would have asked for. I would have sought out Navarre specifically, and just been like, I've urgent news. Pertaining to, I have the name written down.
Have you gotten yourself into something before we're about to leave?
Jaz Nakoi.
What about her? Did she do this to you?
No.
There's like a weird like.
No. The thing is,
Still just like wincing in pain. Karhale did a freaking number on Echo.
You asked.
It's true.
Get the man a drink.
He's at half HP.
She like calls over one of the under guardsmen and whatnot, and they bring over just a flask. He's like, this is my personal flask. And it just like she nods at you.
You told me there was something amiss with Miss Chloe. Well,
Whoever this was.
They're no longer any trouble. We'll put it that way. I was investigating. I wanted to make sure we left without trouble. And heard whispers of a figure in the shadows.
And like if the medics just, I'm just gonna stop doing that because that's very hard. Like it draws everything out, and I'm just gonna kind of
You're in pain.
Yeah, I'm in pain. The acting is done.
Whispers of a figure hiding in the shadows, taking different faces. I can just say he was dealt with. His body's probably long gone by now. But I found this note on him. And I'll just
roll me a deception check. And as she reads this note, okay.
Is there would I gain any advantage from legitimately like being just totally beat up and blood on the thing? And
that is true. You do have you are bloodied. Okay. Go ahead and take advantage.
Okay.
Try that roll again.
I mean, it wasn't horrible, but okay, that was actually worse. Okay, so 16 total.
16?
Which not bad.
Which is not terrible, yeah.
No.
And she's kind of nodding, looking up, she looks up at you, looks back down. Okay. Thank you for going the extra mile on this. I wasn't expecting you to. I appreciate that you were able to eradicate such a threat right away. I'm going to inform Yasna of this. I don't know what she'll be able to do with it, but I've never heard these fates before, but thank you. Is your team ready to go?
They're ready.
Let me see if I can get you patched up, maybe. And she kind of like pats you on the shoulder and like the bad shoulder too. She's like, good man.
Sorry.
And she moves away.
She's never heard of what before?
The full thing actually said Faldor, your mark. I kind of like was coy when I was talking to the one guy. It says Faldor, your mark is Jasna Koi. Ha. I didn't know it was fun.
That's why Liz was laughing.
She pursues knowledge. She pursues knowledge from a history that will lead her to a path toward knowledge we have kept secret. Your alias will be Wilhelm, a prize fighter. You are free to choose whatever other cover you need. When proof of death is established, the usual pay and a special gift from us personally. Kill Jasnakoi and feel free to steal also. I know it is your way. If we are not implicated, no foul. If you're caught, eat this letter. Arak of the Fates.
So Jasna Koi is someone in the caravan?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's the historian.
The library chick.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I thought her name started with a Y for some reason.
Yeah. So the letter,
like it does.
in addition to like getting me extra gold, has now cleared any suspicion of what went on at the library.
Mm-hmm.
Thus the genius of the plan.
She
It's a
she
good
takes the
plan.
note with her, and like her eyes are very much distant at this point, trying to think through what all this could mean, the ramifications behind this. Like if there is one, maybe there are others, kind of deal. So she takes the note back with her, and that will play out snowball how that snowballs. What's it called? You guys all, you do get healed up. Go ahead. So it'll be basically cure wounds for you. From their singular healer for the caravan. They needed more of those, but
One
no
for
one
the
they could
entire
hire.
caravan.
Nice.
What's it called? They assume that some of the mercenaries will have their own stuff, kind of thing. They just have one designated, not terrible leveled healer, but they give you a cure wounds for the thing. I believe that's a, if I can look it up. Cure wounds is a so D8 plus 3.
Okay.
And that's what they can offer you on that note. And so now you guys have met up at the southern gate. You guys see in front of you.
I did a decent jog, like not full sprint, but I jogged because I knew I was running low on time.
You get there at the point where everyone else has already gotten the major announcement, the major like directions and whatnot where you're supposed to go, but you spot out the your group soon enough, and you can rush over to meet with them and everything with your horse and all that. You guys were basically told that you guys are traveling at night. When there is danger, you alert people. You guys are all issued a whistle kind of thing, and you guys are given different signals for alarm, danger, and the different ways of telling directional danger, basically through the whistles. So you guys are able to communicate with your fellow squads, basically. So it's going to be a caravan of 16 wagons, give or take. There's, I believe, 2 smaller wagons, part of supplies. You guys are going to be at the center of this. What's it called? Everyone is kind of loading up at this point. You guys see Yasna on a tall horse with a beautiful riding skirt, riding dress. She's got one of those small like leather crops. Beautiful dark hair with her hair up. She looks very regal. Her assistant is redheaded with her hair pulled back. It's kind of frizzy. She looks a little frazzled. She's carrying a bunch of books while she's riding on the horse and trying to juggle them all. You guys see Navarre. Lucia's in her own personal wagon. Again, this one the wagon that she's on looks to be able to it parallel what's it called? It also acts as a, now I can't remember the name.
Palanquin.
Thank you. Palanquin. Palanquin. I can't say it.
Something like that.
Works as that, but it also goes onto the bed of this wagon during transit. And what's it called? There's multiple guards. You guys have what's it called? 6 squads. All of you guys are made up. All the squads are made up of 5 people. Each squad has the under captain. Echo is yours. You guys are still working with Dehab and what's it called? Yeah, it's going to be a big thing, and the night is falling. You have Taylor's moon, brighter than the other 2. Shinyu almost disappearing. And as you guys start on this trip,
Was that foreshadowing?
As you guys start on this trip, you guys are do you want to be on the left or the right of the caravan, Echo?
Foreshadowing. I missed something. What's foreshadowing?
Taylor's moon being
Taylor's moon is
larger.
brighter.
The right.
Brighter, and Shinyu's moon is almost fading.
Interesting. I see.
Which one did you say?
I said the right. I rolled for it.
Awesome. Then you guys are on the right, nearby where Lucia, and you guys see a little train of children being put into a set of 2 wagons. The children look to range between the ages of 5 to about 15 or so.
Are the children on the right?
The children are on the right, closest to you.
All right. I would be on the opposite side from the children. Echo doesn't want that.
Sure thing. So
I
you
love
guys
kids.
are
Echo
on the
does
left.
not
No
love
worries.
kids.
You guys are on the left. The children are on the right side wagon. Lucia's on the left, so you guys are on her side of the wagon. She has her own personal guard that's kind of surrounding, and they just kind of, they have their own, what's it called? Two of them on the cart with her, and then on her cart, she's on the inside of the cart, and then a few of them just jogging up on the side. They're very tough, muscular, leathery men. As you guys start up, what's it called? Do we want to continue from here? Or do we want to wind down, actually? Because this will be going into like more of a travel thing. Up to you guys.
Y'all, decide whatever. I'm gonna have to be. 'Cause I gotta sleep.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys want to do? This will be more. Maybe we could resolve echoes. So I'm gonna have each of you guys roll. Travel's gonna be easier for you guys just because you guys are with a caravan as well as what's it called? Higher level now. But I was gonna have you guys each roll for different things that'll happen on the trip as you guys move. But
Well,
we could resolve echoes first if you want.
Well, we can all just stop then, I guess, if Josh is leaving.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. No, it's okay. We'll survive, I guess.
We shall survive.
But I guess I don't want anything too major to happen if, Josh didn't play his character. So.
Tis true, tis true.
Yeah, I feel like it would honestly, which I kind of hate, but I feel like it would be kind of hard for anything major to happen without the one who got you into it.
Well,
I did not mean to make myself that integral to what's going on.
No, but if something attacked us, we wouldn't want to be like, well, Echo just goes and sits in the caravan protecting, whatever,
What's it called? There would be the chance of that. And then there's the chance of other things, of course. I will actually say before we wind down though, that you guys do see a little baby being cradled in the arms of one of the kids that are being led into the wagon before. What's it called? The little baby crying loudly. And that's when Echo's like, you know what? Never mind, not the right side. Let's go to the left.
Wait.
Can't deal with these liabilities.
Atoll is with you guys. Sorry, would you mark off 100 gold for 175 gold for Atoll's stuff?
Travel.
Yeah.
So
100 for the ticket and then 75 for her stuff. Does Atoll recognize the child?
The cry of the child. Does she hear it? She's been watching that child for the past week.
Let me just roll. Let me see. She doesn't. She hears the crying, but she's like, I hope little Alec is okay and everything. She just kind of says that to you guys in the vicinity. Alec.
I want her to go take the child. That's me personally.
But yeah, there's no Jaihar or anything in sight.
That's really sad.
But yeah. So this caravan starts up on its movement down south. All of you guys moving along with it. The whole sun almost completely set on the city of Eren and its inhabitants. Whatever happens to them, well, we'll find out. Yeah.
This is what you get for naming a town after me. I get way too attached to people there. Did you do that intentionally, by the way?
Town? What was the name?
Eren?
Yeah.
Oh.
Eren. It just sounds like
actually,
but different.
The name itself is the city is named for the ideal of a place to be home for wanderers, kind of thing. Lorkai is a wanderer who found a home in Eren. But Eren, it's a twisting of a word that means wanderlust. Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to make this poetically heart-wrenching, is what you're saying.
Yes, that was the intention. But yeah, it wasn't until you commented like, "Oh, it's named after me." I was like, "Oh, huh, it kind of is, huh?"
This
we
arc,
have Aran, Isa, Izzy. They call you Izzy, not
Isabelle.
Isa.
Issy.
Isa.
You guys are going to be seeing the town Issy coming up on your left,
Yeah, Izzy.
and Natan on your right, Josue on your left again. But yeah, fun times. Any questions, comments, and such before we break off for the night?
Just that I'm gonna go cry for a little bit.
This arc
That
has
was
been incredibly ironic.
Yeah.
I will say
ironic?
that.
Ironic?
Sorry,
the
what do you
vibes,
mean?
Okay, just everything has been like very unexpected, and I think you felt like it was also unexpected. You didn't expect things to go the way they did.
Well, I try to make the motivations for different things, right? And so just the different things you do will affect those motivations in different ways, of course. So with Jaskier, that played out differently than I thought it would, kind of thing. So just different things, and I love it. I love it.
It was like
I was very sad. I was like, no, wait, no.
But like heart-wrenching. But it was like a meaningful, like, whoa, okay.
This poor girl has had way too much heartbreak in such a short time.
You being like, yeah, and I just
like
thought
in the last
I was like, ah.
In the last 6 months, everything has gone to crap.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get more backstory, you're gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I didn't initially make it this sad, but it's gotten sad, and this is fine. And actually, the part that I thought would be a problem for him wasn't, and I didn't even think about me just being from hell would be the problem. I thought me having Shaitan blood would be a problem.
He could have gotten past that. He's known people from Samhain who have stuff like that kind of thing. Things going on. They look different there. They're a little bit not at all human or close to it kind of thing.
And meta, I am a little lost. Like, would it actually be dangerous for him to associate with someone from Kel?
It's more the idea of, if you're from Kel, why are you here? You have a job that you have been ordered on that you can't be pulled away from. What is that job? You can't tell him. You're not military. You don't seem he's a military guy. Was he approached for secrets? That doesn't seem like the case. Like it's more just the unknown and the factor of he doesn't really know you, even if he thinks he knows you. And everything that you've told him, like, he likes you and he knows that that's dangerous if you're dangerous, kind of thing. So it's, yeah.
Well, it doesn't Tall teach your people to be wary of everybody that's not Talon, because they're like Talons are the best.
Kill the infidels.
And kind of they're like everyone else is. They're out to destroy us. Kind of
Germany.
And even if he's not completely in with the brainwashing and everything, and he actually has his own separate thoughts, he knows that it's like the whole thing with Lily and Lilac that had been, she was trying to disengage and do something outside of the norm, and it was hurting the family, and he's been fighting her with that for a while. And so his whole thing, it was kind of like a realization he can't be a hypocrite, and he has to do what's best for the family and not his own thing. And yeah, you're just a dangerous unknown. even if he feels
Man,
like
if we
he'd
had
be okay.
if we had one more day, I wanted to actually have this conversation with him, and
One day
I
more.
I went to both of those. Sorry.
was planning on having this conversation when we came back for the festival, which wasn't going to happen apparently. And like all of my mental plans for this got screwed up.
In all
as the
honesty, 2
session
months probably
progressed.
wouldn't have happened either. Like you
Oh.
guys, whatever happened
Well.
later, I doubt you would have been able to make it back in 2 months.
But the intention, I wouldn't have felt the need to tell him now. Like she wasn't going to tell him, and then she found out she might not see him again, and
Mm-hmm.
she's not just going to leave without telling him that.
The threads
And-
thing was so cute. That
It
was
was
really
cute.
cute.
Hey, listen. We'll become really powerful. We'll overthrow the bad people who are in control of Tall, get rid of that mindset, and then it'll be fine. You guys can like date. It's okay.
Happily ever after. Right there.
Exactly.
You'll save the world and he'll be like, oh my gosh.
That's
so
my
cool.
girlfriend.
Nuh-uh.
Or
Apparently
maybe you'll
not.
come back and he'll have found some other girlfriend that he's already dating. It'll be that weird, awkward, like, oh, hey, you. And then the girl comes out from behind and stuff. And he's like,
Hey,
this is,
who's this?
If you do
Jezebel.
that to me, we are not friends anymore. If you do that to me, that's just not cool. That's not
it won't
cool.
happen. It won't happen
Okay.
that fast.
He
That
might die in
fast,
war,
thanks.
but he won't have a girlfriend.
It's more
fine.
likely that he'll die in battle. Glorious, honorable battle.
That's fair. It is more likely because he's in a war, not out traveling the world.
Quite.
I'm
Granted,
more likely
there
to
are
meet someone
females
else.
in their military,
That's
so.
true.
It's
Which
also a
posed the
possibility
question-
that Carhale dies and he waits for her forever.
Dang.
Mm.
Other questions unanswered?
Um,
Oh, never mind. But
No.
no,
Okay, I'm just gonna go cry now.
we're gonna have to come back here for Jaskier and Sazed. Like I need to resolve these things. So
Are we
Alright,
doing
Gotta.
adorable.
2 weeks or 1 week?
what?
Are we
Till
doing
the next
Oh.
session.
Replay again.
Oh, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Eh,
Tears and sadness.
I feel like something's happening next. Wait, actually, oh, that's a good question though. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna be gone.
I was about to say I don't think I can. You want to turn off the broadcast?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I'm glad we had the conversation recorded.